through Magic 96.7 radio.
Oh my God! Yes!
Just one magic.
Yes!
Wait, quick, get away.
Nobody deserves a vacation more than Julie James.
I got some back guano. I got the cream jeans. Listen, anything you guys need, Titus got.
Welcome to The Good, the Bad, and the Sequel. This is the movie podcast where we're typically talking about sequels in two parts, interviewing folks that worked on it, provide a little behind the scenes, and then we discuss the sequel. But we're doing a hall pass, a bonus episode. So on this one, it was perfect because I Know What You Did Last Summer. The requel is coming out, the fourth film in the franchise, this week. So why not cover I Still Know What You Did Last Summer, the Brandy classic. But before I talk about anything else about this one, I got to introduce you to my partner in the sequel watching journey, Jamie Riccardi. Jamie, how are you?
I'm doing great, Doug. How are you doing?
Pretty good. Now, this movie, have you seen this prior to this?
Yes. And
oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Well, but I haven't seen it in a long time. And I did the rare. So normally when we do a sequel, even if I saw the movie or I haven't seen the movie, I don't watch the first one. Right. I like to just dive in there. This way I can have as many questions. But because I remember, the first one being good that I remembered, that I was like, you know what, I'm going to watch the first one first, and then I'm going to watch the second one. So I did this way. I knew the story going into it.
There you go.
I remember it being better in the past. This one, I'm not saying it's a bad movie, but I just remember it being better. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. So we have our horror sequel expert back because this is one of those in that era of the horrors that I love, that I grew up on. Like, this movie was kind of like such a letdown when you think about all the other ones, but I'm not going to say anything more. Our horror sequel expert, Chris Egan. How you doing, man?
Hey guys, I'm good. I'm glad to be back.
Welcome back.
Glad to have you back. Now, Egan, would you have seen this in the theater by chance, like sneaking into Regal? No, not at this point, right?
No, what's funny is that I never did that. I never like snuck into a movie.
Oh, okay.
When I was a kid,
I used to buy the other ticket and then walk in.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's my family. We would go see a lot, right? We'd all go to the movies a lot, so it was kind of like I saw the majority of the things I wanted to see, and then anything else, I just waited to for it to hit video. So that's what I did with these. I watched both of these when they went to VHS, because we were like 12 when this one came out.
Yeah, right.
Some of us were 12.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jamie had a mortgage already.
Yeah, right. So this one, just thinking about how, from what I remember, like the first time I saw the original, I loved it. So when it's like, wow, we're doing this other one, it was so weird when you going back to rewatch this, because it was one of those movies I'd watch it if it was on, and I liked this one, but going back, it's like, how did they fuck this up? Like the next movie being like, dude, we're gonna give you the dumbest plot, like to get them to the island. They could have, I don't know what else they could have done, but this was the dumbest.
Oh, yeah. And that's what it is. I feel, watching this again, like the plot is awful. I mean, awful.
Yeah.
There has the bad guys in this movie have to do so much to make everything happen, which is ridiculous.
It's such a crazy like puzzle. Puzzle piece. Every piece has to come together.
It's ridiculous.
In such a perfect way. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I was having this conversation with a friend of mine earlier. We were talking about this is like one of the first, if not the original. I Know What You Did Last Summer was one of the first like Scream copycats, like with the new era of slashers. And the first one, I think it's still a solid movie. It's it's not as good as a Scream or whatever, but it's a solid movie.
Galecki gets gutted, man. Come on.
Yeah. They did the same thing here that they did with the Scream movies. They were trying to like turn around like within a year, get a sequel out, and we a lot of people know that Scream 2 had a very rough behind the scenes. Like every problem imaginable hit that movie, and you still got a really solid sequel with Scream 2.
Great sequel. Yeah.
I don't know a lot about the backstory of this movie, but it seems
I
like
tried to look up some. The biggest thing was Kevin Williamson was the hot hand in Hollywood after Scream and Scream 2 and writing the original. So he wasn't around for this one. Somebody who wrote on the first movie worked on this one too, but it just seems, and the parallels between the two of Scream 2 and I Still Know, just by the friend,
the
relationship between the two. Dude, it's like Brandy is the girl in Scream 2. The way they kind of like talk and, hey, you come here, girl. Like they like yell at her and they almost boss around the main girl, but both are kind of pretty
I also think that, I mean, like if you've never seen the movie and don't know, you know, what direction they're going in, it's so obvious who is involved.
I know.
And it's like, and I mean, there's a part in this movie when he just runs off. I mean, I know it's near the end, but like, it's like, what are they doing? Like, there was no twist. And even like when you see the hook guy, you still see his face. Like you saw, he looked exactly like in the first movie. So like you knew, like,
it is funny. There's things in this movie that are so like
sloppy.
Well, sloppy, but they're so obviously just rehashed ideas from Scream 2, like the college, the roommate,
the screaming and the screaming at the sky, you know, like you know, what are you waiting for? Something like that. Like
spoiler for you know, there's multiple killers in this one now. One of them, spoiler alert, is at the college with her. You know, so it's very Scream 2 coded, but then it almost feels like they were so afraid that it was just going to be, it was obviously like their Scream 2 that they were like, oh, let's put it on an island. Let's get away from the college and just, and it's crazy. It feels like the plot of like what would be like the 10th entry in a slasher franchise.
Yeah, or like, it's like a Final Destination movie because everything has to work perfectly.
Yeah,
like even like the first thing before. We'll get into the movie and we'll get to it. But I feel like there's so many of things in this that I'd be like, even in this situation of being scared and there's like, I've seen dead bodies, I'd be like, that makes no sense. Like, why are you?
Nothing. Yeah. And the fact, again, we're talking about, you know, again, a fisherman or whatever, that he has to get, how much money did he spend to organize this whole thing? Because it wasn't even a real contest. Right. So he had to buy all those, like why does he have to set this whole elaborate thing up when he could have just like in town, like you live in town, you could have done it a lot easier than to do this whole elaborate thing. You know,
he paid for 4 flights and 4
well, I mean, you know, what,
2 honeymoon suites,
an empty, I mean, an empty resort. I mean, literally empty resort. Like no one's there.
Ran by Jeffrey Combs, which was really the best.
Thank God for him. He brings so much like camp to this movie.
He doesn't care. Like he's a guy that just doesn't care about his job. Like, just doesn't care. Yeah.
I'll bring up. I met him once. I'll bring that story up as we get into things. But
all right. So before we start, so what's the time frame? So it's a year apart. Each situation was a year apart.
So in the movie itself, it's a year and pretty much a year between movie releases.
Okay.
So before we do, I have to ask because Jamie already mentioned the fake radio contest. Jamie, if you win a radio contest and they ask you one question, you get it right, you are going to tell friends and family members, right? And you'll say, "Oh my God,
I just won.
Oh my God, I won a car." I asked one question. They'd be like, "Oh, what was the question?" And then you'd say the question, tell the answer. Now one person would be like, "Dude, you shouldn't have won."
They told no one.
No one.
She told Freddie that was it because she was trying to get him to go.
And let's be honest. I mean, they're not good friends to her. I mean, they keep putting her in a situation. They're awful friends to her. Like literally, they're best friends. But like, she keeps putting her in such an uncomfortable. Imagine like I don't know. Again, it's a year later. So I mean, how long has she known Brandy? A year?
Oh no, not even, because you had to think college. August, September. Maybe they became friends
Okay.
right away, but yeah, very short relationship.
We'll
Because at the end of the
9
movie,
months, maybe.
She's just friendly with this one guy, but let's put him in a honeymoon suite. How uncomfortable is that for a
weird.
week? I mean, so
Also, right off the bat, like her and oh my god, what the hell, Freddie? Whatever Freddie's name is in the movie? Ray. Thanks. They're together. They are in a relationship. They had one fight, and she's like, "Hey, you should like go fuck this guy, Will."
I know.
And they're like at the club, and you know what? There's people out there like that, but for like a movie, like the main characters of a movie, you're supposed to like them.
Oh.
You're not supposed to be like
no. And I have
then-
questioned the whole bit. I mean, because even like Freddie right now should be Ray should be kissing her ass right now.
Yeah.
And the fact that he gets mad at her in the beginning was
he's,
like
he's got issues too. Yeah, it's not just the friends, but yeah.
It's all right, Doug,
let's get into this. So we open up on we open up with some like audio from the first one. Make sure a man's dead, and then you have like Julie's in a church, like a dark church, and then she's telling a priest her confession about everything, and then she gets woken up to being like, I just love that she's like, his name was Ben Willis, and the priest goes, I know. And then he said, I know what you did last summer. And then the hook goes through it. It was almost like a stab trailer in the Scream movies.
Yeah.
Like how like on the nose, even her dream was like ridiculous.
So
I kind of like the dream sequences in this though. They're fun. They're like
they are.
The dream in the ending of the first movie, that was the start of her nightmares. Is that basically what they're trying to say?
Yeah.
Okay.
And do we not address the end of the first movie? The end of the first movie, just like the end of this movie, are they going to reference that in the new film? Like in the first movie, remember she's looking at her reflection?
Yes.
And there's like the teddy bears. And then it's like they move and you just see the one in his face. And that was the end.
I think
was he really
that's
there?
addressed. That's addressed with this one is that she's having nightmares.
Oh, okay.
But the fact that they do it again, like it works for like a Freddy. Because he's a being, he's not a real but for like a serial killer kind of thing, it doesn't work. And to do it twice, I mean,
and that's the thing. That's the thing with the ending of this one. It's for the last what is it, 27 years? It's almost like, was it another dream, or are we seeing her actually get killed at the end? Because we'll get into it, but there is a third movie after this that has nothing to do. Well, it has something to do with the first two, but none of the returning cast show up.
But they were gonna be in it, which is wild. They were gonna do it like right away in like 2000.
Was it in theater? Was it a theater movie?
I think it was direct to video. It was like 2009, 2010. I saw it in college, and I was like, I can't watch this ever again.
Oh, good. It's perfect for our podcast.
Yeah.
And now I own it because I bought the freaking box set.
And it has the worst name, right?
I'll always
remember.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, good. I was hoping you'd forget. I forgot what you did last summer. That could be like they're older. Ray, what did you do last summer? Shut up.
But like she's going to college. What is she like? Was the first one in high school or college?
High school.
Okay.
They're all in
it's the
high
summer
school, which we
after
don't
they graduated.
We don't see them in high school at all, right?
No, it's the summer.
It was the summer. Okay, so
but I'm saying all that happens right away, like because 4th of July is when everybody dies.
Yeah, it's the first movie is literally the end of June into July. It goes over the course of like a few weeks, I guess.
So who are her parents that think it's a good idea for her to go away to school? Because clearly she's not stable. I mean, she's freaking out in classroom. She's freaking out at home. She's freaking out everywhere. And she lives like in a nice apartment for a freshman in college.
Yeah. It's like an on-campus apartment.
Really? I mean,
but okay. No, but I mean, there's that scene with her mom and she comes back home briefly. And her mom is like, you left and you were okay. And now you're, she's asking if she's on drugs and stuff. And you're like, this is.
Yeah, but it wasn't a homecoming. Like she really was like attacking her. Like, what kind of drugs?
It's awful. Awful. Every character is awful to her in this movie.
100%. Yeah. Okay.
No, nothing
except
makes sense.
Will, except Will before.
The thing is, like Ray lived through this with her, and he's And he's
That's
treating
why-
her like she should be like over it.
100%. That's why, like, that
Yeah.
first argument, the first time we see them together, and he's
an
giving her an
asshole.
attitude, and she's
Yeah.
like uncomfortable. He's
Yeah.
like, "You're lucky she changed her mind because she hated him in the first movie." Like, you know, like so.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Fish boy.
Fish boy. That's more important. But yeah, so she wakes up, she runs out of class, Will is chasing her. And then I wrote down like he's definitely friend zoned at this point because she's like kind of talking to him, and then Ray is like jealous as friggin' all hell. Who's
Well, I
that?
thought they were
Oh, he's just
dating.
my
I thought they
friend.
were dating at first.
You
So
thought
because
her and Will. Oh, that
because-
could make sense. Yeah.
because the way they seem like the relationship until we saw Freddie Prinze, but like, and again, Will knows this, and
Yeah.
like the whole movie, he's like creeping on her like ridiculous, pretending to be innocent, but man, he like he tried real hard.
Very
Yeah.
creepy. Like, and then he's pissed, like, oh, come on, let's go back to town for homecoming. And like you guys are saying, like, no understanding of like how like traumatizing it is to go back. She has a picture of her friend on her nightstand that she was like looking at.
Yep.
So obviously it's a rough thing for her, but whatever. That's fine. And what did he say? Like he mentioned Crokerland. Crokerland was
It's the
was that the
Croker
name of the
Fest or
homecoming?
whatever.
Oh, because
the Croker Fest.
Yeah, it's I think it's the same thing that we saw in the first movie with like Sarah Michelle
Yeah,
Gellar
yeah.
being like the Croker Queen or whatever.
so it's not even that wasn't even a high school thing. That was like a town thing, a town homecoming.
It's like that's a town thing, yeah. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But it's one thing for
And
him
their
to
sad
ask like,
food
"Hey,
is
you want to come home?" And then pushing the point when she's like, "Look, listen, I want to see you, but you got to come here or we got to go somewhere else. I'm
Yeah.
not going home." Like our friends were murdered.
oh no, Croker Fest was at her school, right? Why don't we stay here and go to Croker?
No, it's the hometown.
That
It's
was the home
hometown
one?
thing.
But whatever
Yeah.
she said, she's like, "How about you stay here with me? We can go to here. They're
Oh.
doing fireworks." And he's like,
yeah,
"No."
because they're just going to do like a
No.
4th of July thing, like in the probably
Yeah.
we're not at the school, but like in the area.
Yeah.
Well, you don't
And-
remember the one kid threw firecrackers at her as he was walking. She was walking with Will.
Also, why is she in school right before July 4th?
Oh,
I
that
just
makes
realized
zero
that the
sense.
semesters
Oh my
end
gosh.
in May. Well, I guess she's taking summer courses. She's
Well,
trying
she's
to get
living.
out early.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, think about that. That is that's dumb. That's so
And a
dumb.
lot of kids are taking summer courses.
Yeah, I took summer
Oh,
courses to get out of college early. So
Oh my gosh.
And then her sad food, so she's like kind of sad after that interaction with Ray. She grabs a bag of chips and Evian water, and then she throws the blanket over her head. Then she's out. That's
Again,
how she naps.
She is so
Classic.
unstable. Like she should not be alone. Like she should
Yeah.
not be living alone. She shouldn't be in college. I mean,
Yeah.
and then is this where she wakes up in the middle of the night because she hears noises?
Yeah, she's about to murder
Yeah.
the intruder, right? She almost
Yeah, yeah.
kills her friend.
Okay,
yeah,
okay,
Brandy's
but
in her closet.
and then pitch black in her closet. So she says, "I thought you weren't here." Then why didn't she put the lights on?
I know why. Yeah, that
Okay,
is
I mean,
true.
she's looking for
Snooping
clothes
around.
in the dark and creeping on it, but thought she wasn't there. So I'm still gonna do it in the dark. That made no sense.
That's hilarious. I didn't even think of that. What do you mean? Yeah, why that happens in movies? Add that to the trope list. That happens way too much in movies, and I get why, because then it's like, oh yeah, that's why the startling happens because I didn't know who you were. But it's like, who would be looking for stuff?
Fine. I don't want to wake you. That's fine. Fine. That's a good excuse. But I didn't think you were here, so I'm going to borrow something. But it was
Yep.
pitch black.
There's little tweaks that could be made. Just little things,
Yeah.
like a table lamp is on and nothing else. Just enough light that Brandy could be seeing
Oh
the
yeah,
inside of the closet, or just maybe there's a closet light.
something.
You know?
Something.
Something.
There was nothing. It was literally dark.
But we
She
do
can't
get
see what colors she's grabbing out of the closet.
yeah. Whatever feels good. So then
Yeah.
she convinced her, like, you need to go out tonight. Why don't we go out? So then they go out, and I
Whoa.
love, for the time of this movie, dude, for the song to be playing Blue Monday by Orgy.
Okay. Okay, but
Amazing.
you have a girl who's
1998. Perfect.
completely unhinged, and you're going to bring her to like a rave club, which is probably the worst place that she should be at. Right? You talk about paranoid. That's the place that
Overcrowded, dark.
crowded, loud. I mean, like that is the worst place to be. I mean, awful.
Yeah.
That-
yeah.
you
Who's
know.
this friend? Oh, introduce me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's my friend Julie. She almost stabbed me like 30 minutes ago. She's really nice. Like,
And then this is where the dialogue gets even worse because they're like she's trying to set her up again with Will.
yes.
Now we're introduced to Mekhi Phifer,
Who's
Ty.
great.
He's great. He's a dick in the movie, but
I was gonna say he's a
doing,
douche, but he's
doing his job. But then freaking oh my god, Brandy, because I don't know her character's name right now.
Oh, Brandy? Carla?
She's like, yeah, Carla. She goes, "Oh, don't listen to her. No means yes."
Yes, I know.
Why,
That was ridiculous.
why is
And
she
I was like,
pushing so
this is
hard?
So gross. Even in
Well,
1998.
she doesn't like Ray. For some reason, there's probably something they could add it to let her know.
Well, maybe the
Because she
fact that he
calls her,
tried to hide the
it's
fact that they killed
old
someone.
Ray.
Well, she doesn't know that. Carla doesn't know that.
She doesn't know. I
she
thought she knew it. She just
No,
knows
No,
that she has
remember
a
at the
panic
end,
attack.
she goes.
Okay, you're right.
Yes, remember she's
Okay.
pissed at the end.
I
She goes,
think it's
"I'm
not
your best friend, and you didn't tell me this."
best friend after 9 months.
So why
I
does
guess
she?
because Sarah Michelle Gellar's dead. They had to
no
find a
choice.
new bestie.
So then, why does she assume that she has all these panic attacks? That's just a normal thing that she has. Nightmares.
I think she's told her that like something happened. I think she mentions like the car accident, but she doesn't go into
Oh
great detail.
yeah. That's
Okay.
right.
But
yeah.
I honestly think, and it's not well described in the movie, but I literally think it's just the two friends at college. You're still dating your like high school boyfriend, small town. Like he's not going to go anywhere. You should find someone new. I think it's that.
Yeah, but
It's so gross. It's so.
Well, that's
pushy.
what it is. She takes it to the next level, and it's like nonstop. I mean, it's one thing, fine. You're gonna try to set him up at a club, fine, but to bring him on a vacation with you, like this is like I'm trying to hook you up with him, so let's spend a week together. I mean, that's like forced. Like you have no one else to go to.
Really creepy, but for her to be like, "Oh yeah, no, I didn't tell Will that we'd be here between 10 and 10:45 p.m. tonight." Like,
and immediately he's immediately there, like next to them.
Yeah,
peeping from the corner, like his like heads up.
He really is a peeper, and
Yeah.
somehow
But
he's
Jennifer Love-
always around.
Yeah. Jennifer Love you. Her for as like not good this movie is. Her dialogue sometimes is like, man, I really wish she did like more funny stuff. Like where she could have just her joking like with Tyrell. He's like, "Oh, you're gonna dance, Julie?" And she's like, "Ty, have you seen my people dance? We do this and we snap our fingers." And I'm like, "See, that's good, dude." And then how about at the bar after Will, like she's like, "Oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this?" But she's like deep throating olives from her martini. Like, why? I didn't understand that.
I don't think she's like the greatest actress. I like her, I think she's got.
I
some
don't
good
think
roles.
so either.
Yeah, I think she's better in the first movie. I think she's great, like in stuff like Can't Hardly Wait. She has some hits under her belt for sure. I do think that she just got stuck in the teen heartthrob mode.
Well,
and
wasn't she still doing Party of Five? Wasn't she still doing Party of Five at this point, or no?
This was if
That
she
might have been
was, it
almost
was like
over,
towards
right?
the end.
Okay.
Because I feel like that started in like 93 or 4, right? Something like that. I only seen a handful of episodes of that show. That was never one of my shows. But yeah, she got stuck in that like teen heartthrob mode.
Well,
and I don't think she was allowed to do, like, she could be hysterical in something, but we wouldn't know because that she just got kind of funneled into specific things.
Well, it is. She had that look, right? She had that girl next door look, and that was her thing that she played in all the movies. And I mean, she was funny in Heartbreakers. Was it Heartbreakers?
Oh yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
I think I think she. I agree. I mean, but I think I think she did good in this movie. I think she, considering
she and Mekhi are basically carrying this whole thing.
Agreed. Well, he's ridiculous. He definitely.
And then Jeffrey Combs' scenes are great, and and then you have like a few odd heavy hitters like what's Bill? Was it Bill Cobbs?
Bill Estes? Bill Cobbs as Estes.
At the resort.
But see,
the pawn shop guy in this movie. The pawn shop guy. I don't know his name, but he's in
Boone
the
Jr.
Dark Knight movies, right?
Yeah, Mark Boone Jr. He's
But
in
see,
like Sons of Anarchy.
I didn't like Jack Black. I think that
He's
that was
awful.
that was such a bad choice. It made no sense why they did that.
No,
Yes,
really?
it was awful. Yes,
I would
I
say when this came out, I thought that was funny. Like it, it's meant to be silly. Watching it now, especially because like movies have since parodied it specifically. Like it's so out of time. Like it doesn't make sense anymore.
wasn't
it barely did in '98?
Wasn't it what those guys that did the beer drinking games, Club Dread or something like that?
Yeah, Club Dread.
Wasn't that? Did they parody it?
Specifically parodies.
His hair's
sort of,
like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
sort of splits Jack Black's character into like two different characters in that movie.
Okay. All right.
But
Gosh. So now at the club, she looks up after she finishes her seducing of the olives with Will, and she looks up and she sees the fisherman at the club. But was he really there?
I don't know, because it could honestly be he's there.
I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say yes because Will was there
Will are
and
working together.
they're playing.
It could have just been her.
No,
it could have just been her seeing it too.
I think they're playing on her paranoia, and
Probably.
so they're because I mean, if Will was not part of this, how can he stay? Like you're kind of becoming friends with this girl who's constantly having freakouts, constantly in the classroom, in the club. At what point do you say like, maybe I shouldn't be like, this girl might be way too much baggage, that I don't even know her, right? But he's not. Yeah. And so I think he's playing up on the freakouts, knows that she's doing that and, working with his father, knowing that now what we know, I think he was really there and it's kind of setting her up.
I think he was really there because his shadow. Like if somebody does see something in their mind, like somewhere, does that thing produce a shadow? Because we did get his shadow when she was like walking up. You saw his outline in the wall, and I'm like, all right, I think he's really there.
Well, I also think what happens next is the phone call, right, for the contest.
The next morning is the contest.
Yeah. Like maybe she wouldn't have gone, but Brandy goes, you know what, you need to get away. You need to get away, because we have too much going on here. And I think it was kind of like the push to get her to go to the Bahamas with her.
Maybe. Make her feel so crazy, like this is
like you got to get out.
But if she thinks he's there, why leave the club alone? She's like, I got to get out of here.
There's a lot of times in this movie that they should be staying together, and they're constantly splitting up. They're constantly leaving.
I think to her, she thinks that she's having an hallucination, and she's just like, I just need to go home because I'm going to have a freak out, and I'm going to be embarrassed, and these, and they don't really know what's going on with me and all that. So I think she sees him, thinks he's there, and then goes, no, he can't, he can't be here. I killed him, I just have to get out of here. I have to go back to the apartment. I think that's her motivation there.
That sounds right.
Yeah, that makes sense. So now she's woken up to the dryer load being, it's being loud, which is such a weird writing of callback. I feel like the writer maybe their husband or kids like put their sneakers in the dryer and it pisses them off. They're like, I'm going to put this in the movie. So then later we can use the dryer. Oh man, Julie was right. Man, but my sneakers aren't that loud. But dude, just the trivia contest, the fact that she mentions the line before, what did she talk about before? Because when Ty called her to say she was coming over, she said, how does he have his number? This number, it's unlisted. Because obviously she has a fear of, I guess, the dead fisherman calling her. How the fuck does Mark in the Morning call an unlisted phone number?
I didn't even think about that.
Wouldn't she be weirded out? Like, okay, she just said it the line before. How is Ty calling? But she's not weirded out about the next.
There's no response.
My question is the movie bad or the characters just really stupid?
Well, I think they're definitely stupid.
Is it poorly written, or are the writers just making them out to be dumber than
really dumb?
You know what? I think it's a combination because I mean, you think about it, 100%. Like that doesn't pay off. Like, her saying that about the boyfriend having the number doesn't pay off at all because it's not brought up again, right? So why even mention it?
What does every USAA member have in common? Family. We're one big family who supports the military community and their eligible families. And if you, your parent, or spouse served, you could join our family and save big on auto insurance. Visit USAA.com/join today to check your eligibility. Membership eligibility and product restrictions apply and are subject to change. USAA means United Services Automobile Association and its affiliates, San Antonio, Texas.
I know,
She
and
thinks
it's weird because the
yeah, she
next
thinks it's Ray
line is
calling.
the phone call coming in. And then the fact the question, and it was pretty funny to think of pre-cell phone and internet. Like, not like there was no internet at this point, but you know, sometimes, I got to turn the computer on. It's like this whole process in some cases. But like this, it's like, what's the capital of Brazil? And they're like, looking, she's like seeing what like encyclopedia she has. She runs over to the friggin' coffee and was like, oh, this has got to be it. Rio de Janeiro. And
Well,
it's like,
the fact that the guy goes, did you just say, Brazil or whatever? Like he like, if you were doing a real contest, are they going to say the answer? Like, is that what you said? Like, they're not going to say that. Like, they were feeding her she didn't even think about it. Like, ridiculous.
Did you just say Rio?
She's
She's like, yes, no, yes.
but then why would they like feed her the right answer? So then, Bill Cobbs doesn't make her feel like a moron later in the movie. Like, are you fucking kidding me? The capital of Brazil.
Because he probably didn't know it either.
Brasilia.
My gosh.
But what a weird thing. In order to get them there, I don't know other ways they could have done it, but I don't know. I have no idea.
What if she didn't come up with an answer? Like they came up with Rio, it was wrong, and he just took it because it's a
just say something.
What if she wasn't even home? What if she didn't answer? She did there's so many things that could have went wrong. Like, and
I'm assuming that he knows they're there when he calls. I'm assuming because he's
probably
probably
right
calling. He's probably calling from like the payphone outside, right? Like he knows they're. But if she was just like, oh my god, I don't know. Like, I guess I lost. What's he gonna do? Oh, guess what? We're gonna send you anyway. But she said something that seemed right to her.
Right.
Yeah.
So he just takes it. But if she,
she wasn't even thinking. You could see her response was like, "All right, I just won." Like she wasn't even thinking about, But so is this a private island? Because is it a private island where this resort is?
Well, they're staying at the Bahamas. Were they one?
Okay, that's what I thought. But there was nothing there. I've been to the Bahamas many times. Never seen a way to get there that way, and then nothing else.
Humble brag.
Oh, to take the
humble time is like 2 times. I think 2 times when I say that. But I mean, it just seemed like it was such. First of all, it wasn't a great looking resort. It looked like everything was overgrown. Like it wasn't like a nice resort.
Storm season. They're not going to do all that stuff before the storms come.
Even a storm season,
it did look like the Club Dread place.
Yeah,
I've been in the
Caribbean during storm season, and unless you get hit with like a hurricane, which again, did he plan that there was going to be a hurricane?
Oh, dude, I know
that no one else is around. Not one other person.
Go. The storms blow by in like 5 minutes because you're on an island. Yeah. So he had to have known that a hurricane was coming and it was going to sit there.
But a resort is going to stay open for 4 people and have all the people working there, paying for everything. Just for 4 people.
Yeah. It would have been shut down. They would have been like, we're closed for the storm season.
Of course.
We'll see you in September.
Absolutely.
Let's try to keep track of how many things needed to go right. So first is the question, that they knew that or if they were there. How the next is right after that, she calls Ray. Okay. Ray is still kind of pissed off and be like, man, I want to be here, blah, blah, blah. And then he doesn't want to go for the weekend in the Bahamas because it's so busy fishing. He gets off the phone, says, I still love you, blah, blah, blah. And then his buddy, I forget his name, but he's great. He was on Eastbound and Down. He was in...
Oh, it's Dave. Well, the character is Dave. It's...
He was in Identity. He played the guy running the hotel in Identity, but just a great character actor. Even this, he's like, man, we haven't caught shit in weeks. Come on, man. And then he's like, why don't you just go? Come on. And then the worst advice ever is, oh no, don't call her. Let's just go and surprise.
Well,
weird. Right?
Listen, their relationship is weird because if you're let's say he's not going, and then you find out this other guy is going, You're not going to call your boyfriend and say, hey, listen, just want to let you know I had nothing to do with this. He's going on the trip with us. Do you want me not to go? You know, something like some kind of communication. And she literally just ignored it. Like, all right, I guess I'll go. You know, like not even telling her boyfriend. Like, come on. So both of them were definitely, you know, the relationship is definitely has issues.
Yeah. And they tried to make him look as hunky as they could on the ship. Like he's sitting there.
The rain. Well, the whole movie with him. I mean, you know, I haven't seen too many Freddie Prinze movies, but he's kind of lame. You know, they try to make him like this.
I like him. He's
I don't like. I like Ryan Phillippe better.
Yeah. Oh well. I don't really care for either one of them.
No, I don't. I really don't. No, it's.
Yeah, Freddie's one of those guys who I think is like, I think he's like a good dude in real life, and I'm like, I'll root for him to be like in stuff.
He reminds me of Captain America. He reminds me of a Captain America guy, which is Chris Evans.
Chris Evans? Really?
Chris Evans is.
Well, now I'm talking about Chris Evans in the past. You know, before he became Captain America. Like he had the same kind of personality. Like you know, again, not another teen movie. Like he played the Freddie Prinze.
He kind of played his character.
He did. He did. He played it perfectly. Yeah,
Freddie had a second half to his career doing like voice work on cartoons and stuff. He's like, he found his mode there, I think.
Oh yeah, dude, and he's a WWE writer for years.
Was he really?
I didn't know that.
Oh wow,
that's fun.
Big wrestling guy. He was actually going to start a wrestling company like last year.
He was Kanan Jarrus on Star Wars Rebels. He's like a Star Wars staple now. He's a Jedi character that like people
so
love.
I wonder why he stopped acting as much and did all the cartoons and all that stuff instead.
I honestly, I feel like I knew this back in the day. I feel like it was kind of like one of those things where because of his name, he was put into like celebrity, like right off the bat because of his father.
Right.
And then it was like, I think it's one of those things like he doesn't even want to do the Star Wars stuff anymore. Like he's like, I'm proud of it. I loved it. Leave me alone. You know, so I think he's just like he's happy being like home with his family.
Now, did he meet her on the were they dating before the movie or
no? They met. I guess they met before doing. I know what you did last summer, but I don't think they started dating until like around Scooby Doo.
Wow. Okay.
If I remember right. I listened to them talk about how they met.
Like Hook Hand Killer one, or was it Scooby Doo? I forgot which one was that.
Yeah, but it was something weird. Like they knew each other, and then they got set up on a blind date together.
You know what? I mean, considering that they're still together is pretty incredible. I mean, for Hollywood,
and they have like two kids that are like tweens now, and
wow, okay,
yeah. So good for him.
Good for him. All right,
he married like one of the most beautiful women in Hollywood. They got 2 kids.
Does scenes with Jennifer Love Hewitt in these movies, not too bad. And even gets her to, she tries to lure him like drinking, swimming, and he does not work for him.
Her sexy talk is so bad.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
But I kind of love it because it's like, it almost feels like
more true, like an awkward, like as I said, she's the girl next door. So it's like a weird
because she's so attractive because. It would almost be too good to be true if she was like perfect at her like sexy talk with him, but she's corny and I like that. Yeah, she is the girl next door.
And I think she's really like
loves
that.
Him. It's not
I bet you she's really like that in real life. Like I think she's that like
probably a little bit of a cheese ball in a good way.
Yeah. I mean, she did make the client list. I mean,
Oof, yeah.
Yeah.
So isn't it crazy that Ray does say he doesn't want to go, and then he shows his buddy the engagement ring? Like, that's kind of weird.
He plucks it out of the box.
Which,
sir, you are on a dock.
Which
that could go right.
I know, right? Yeah.
But which makes no sense because that would have been the perfect place to do it. Then why did he say no the first time? If he already was planning on doing it, they gave you a freebie. Like this is like a free trip that you actually do it. Like make a romantic, proposal. Like why did he say no? It made no sense.
I don't know. They're weird. It was just weird that we didn't get him. It was like they split this into 2 movies. Like his journey to get to the island, where he gets the boat captain is the guy that was in Roadhouse.
Oh yeah.
And he's the boat guy in this movie. But we have the second movie of his just like, Ray getting the island. He doesn't get to the island until I think like the 87th minute. Like,
and So
which is nuts.
we're not there
Yeah.
yet, but since you brought up that, how did he know that the Hook guy, whatever he is going to the island? Why do you assume he's going to the island?
Oh, why did he assume they were going?
Probably-
I don't know. I guess
probably
they probably
because
felt like
when
Why?
when he kills Dave.
No, I know, but I mean, like, was there any? She's already going to the island. Hook guy is here doing murder again in front of him. So why? What made? And he's running away from Hook guy. What made him think that Hook guy, one, knows about that she's going away, and
yeah,
two,
that's true.
and why would he think that he's going to go all the way to Bahamas? Like
Yeah, it's that slasher movie. We're the main character. Because it could, and again, it's unlike a Scream sequel where everything kind of gets laid out, and you are, if you're never ahead of the characters really in those movies, but you're getting stuff fed to you along the way. Whereas this, it's like
there was nothing.
Okay, he gets attacked, Dave gets killed.
Which
Now,
is
in
pretty
a
awesome.
Scream
The Dave
sequel, it
kill
would
is
be-
great, dude.
Yes, but
Yeah.
he could have said, you know what, you got away, but I'm going to go after your girlfriend or something like that. Like, say something
Well,
where
there would be an extra piece put in, and it's either it is the same guy coming back, or it's a copycat killer.
But then
There's leaps in logic. There's missing.
agreed.
It's not even plot holes. There's just missing pieces.
Well, that's what it is, though. So you're right. It could have been a copycat killer, but either way, there's nothing that happened. He should have thought that, you know what? She's going to another. She's probably safer where she's going now than where I am now, because there's a killer right here in front of me. Right. So like,
But at the same time, the fact that the killer knew that him and Dave were going to be coming down that road, which again makes
On that
zero
specific,
sense.
Dude.
Right.
So
That's
yes,
zero sense.
yes.
But okay, let's push that aside. The killer knows he stopped them. I think that's where we're supposed to be. Like, okay, if the killer can find him there, then the killer's probably chasing after Julie too. Like,
that's a big
there
reach.
is.
That's a
It's a
big
huge
reach.
Like,
Have him drop like his flight receipt. That he printed off the
something, and he picks her up.
Oh
You don't
shit,
see
he's
his
going to
face.
the Bahamas.
it's funny. I realized watching because like we all watched it this morning, right?
I watched mine last night.
Oh, you watched it. So I was watching it this morning. And I realized I hadn't seen it in probably 8 years or something, and all I could think about the whole time the last time I watched it was with my buddy Pete, and I knew it had to be within like 8 years because we watched it here at my home, and he still to this day will randomly quote it. He'll scream "Dave" at me because of that scene. He thinks I remember we were watching it. He hadn't seen it in a long time when we watched it at that point, and he was on the floor like rolling just at Freddie Prinze screaming "Dave," and I think it plays into it makes zero sense that the killer would know.
Oh,
yeah, and just when you see the dummy's face when
Oh
he
my gosh.
when he goes to check, like, is this a dead person? He sees
It's
it,
like a
and he turns
CPR
and like
dummy.
almost looks.
It
at
really
him.
is a CPR dummy. That's what it looks like. So, I mean, I'm sure we've all been chased at one point. He does something in this movie that so many people do when they're being chased is they do the old spin around. To see, where you notice that he did that. Like, he's running down. Like, if you have a killer, like, and he had a decent enough head start, he could just ran hard, just keep running. He does like the running. He'd look over his shoulder. He does a whole spin around. Like, to me, that's like yeah. But that would slow you down. For one, slow you down, or you might trip. Like,
Just
why
sprint.
even do? Just
Sprint,
sprint.
boy.
Don't even listen. You're either gonna make it or you're not. Like, it's no in between. But if you spin around, a good chance you're gonna get caught.
Odds are, if you're in a slasher, odds are the guy doesn't have a gun, unless it's a Scream movie where they all have guns for some reason. But
So here's the other question I had. So they have to take a plane to get to the island, right? Same thing and then they had to take a boat from there to go to the private island, correct?
Yeah.
So how does Freddy bring the gun there? Okay, and how does
he's just on the boat the whole time, right?
No, but he meet.
No.
Boy, you're telling me he took the boat all the way down to the Bahamas in time, and how did the fisherman bring his hook on the plane? And that's enough. The hook is like the worst like weapon because like you have to be really close. Like I'm surprised like that's what he uses. It seems like an awkward kind of weapon to use. But he does great with it. But yeah, all right. I was just wondering how Freddie Prinze. Oh, it's creepy.
Yeah, I
but-
know. I was thinking about where they never said where she was going to college. My guess would be it's within an hour, right? For Freddie just to like show up to bring her home. So I don't think it'd be like a long ass trip because then it'd be like, really? I just drove 4 hours and you're not coming back with me. So it seemed like it was sort of close. So maybe they had to fly somewhere in Florida. I don't know. It's a great question.
All right.
Like where
Okay.
he must have took that bus to somewhere in Florida and took a boat. That's the only way.
And also, they're on
and
the
they
West
flew
Coast,
to
aren't they?
Florida.
Are they on the West
Huh?
Coast?
I'm like 90% sure they're on the West Coast.
No.
Like South, aren't they on the
It's
West
North
Coast?
Carolina, right? It's set in South Carolina.
Oh,
or North
is it?
Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, even so, it's an illegal gun he gets, and somehow he's able.
I was
to,
just thinking the logistics of like making your way across America.
how long?
and
How
then
long
the
of a time?
Bahamas. Yeah. No, you're right. Though.
Even
It's
just
like the
thinking about a
Carolinas or
bus,
something.
dude. A bus doesn't fly. Like it
Oh.
goes like 65. They're not going super fast. So even
Yeah.
from North Carolina, like where that scene is,
Yeah.
after he sneaks out of the hospital,
Yeah.
when the lady is like, "Oh yeah, he's at a hook can. We'll see how he talks when he wakes up." Then he's out the window, but he's on this bus, and it has to be how many hours? And then if you think about the timeline of what's going on in the other part of the movie, is there only one night, and
It's
then
only
all
one
this
night?
shit happens.
The entire
Yeah,
so
because then it's the 4th of July.
Oh
She
my
sleeps in her
gosh.
bed the one night, I think.
Oh wow.
That's it. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Maybe 2 nights, right? Because then the other night is when they're all sleeping in the same bed.
Yes. So the 2 nights, because the first night is when
Okay.
the guy walks down to the dock, and the boat.
Yes.
So that was the first night. So okay. All right.
So,
All right.
so before they get there, Brandy, when she's like, "Oh, so I know. Oh, looks like Ray's not showing up," and then Ty pulls up in a car. Will's in it, and she goes, "When there's a will, there's a way." And then it's like forcing her to do this. And I do love when they are on the boat. The guy from Roadhouse does provide some great exposition, which a few characters do. Jeffrey Combs is the other one. This one, he goes, "Hey, this boat is the only way in and out of the island. Unless you are hurt, then you call the Coast Guard." It's like, okay, they're stuck. We know this.
Yeah.
This boat is the only one that's going to be able to take them. Okay, great.
Are
And then
Yeah.
immediately when they get to the island, the dock workers are like, "Oh, that's it. Last boat, 6:00."
they
Yeah.
had to make sure the
Darren.
audience understands that.
Daddy,
They had to say it a few
that
times.
Derek
No
guy
way
was
out.
that Derek guy was great, dude. Oh, how
Oh,
can
yeah.
I? He's
Oh.
like has the accent, and then the guy walks in. He's like, "Oh shit."
Wow. Well, listen, they're just happy that people are arriving to their resort, considering no one else is there. So
It's
So
insane. And we
are
don't
they
see
wor-
people leaving, right?
we don't see
saw, like,
anyone.
no people
There's
leaving.
nobody
That was
there.
crazy.
you have a
people
bartender
leaving.
working at
There
the
was
bar.
people-
There was.
There's like people.
There was
there's
people
like,
leaving?
on the dock, and then like right when they get to the resort, you see like employees and stuff like leaving.
employees
And I think-
leaving.
I
Oh,
think
but
okay.
there's guests. It's not
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's not like 100 people, but it's like 10 people. Whatever, there's definitely people like heading out. It's almost like the beginning of The Shining when Jack first gets there, and like it's like the
Yeah,
last
yeah.
day, and everyone's like kind of like, "All right, we're out."
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they tell us like there's only 5 employees working. That was like the number
Yeah.
that was supposed to be.
Well, that's
And
more than
so-
one
so-
per person, so that's good.
And what's funny is that of the
It's
5
just a
employees,
great ratio.
one is Jeffrey Combs, who's like the manager. He's not going to do anything
Estes?
for you. The bartender girl.
Who
the
only
maid-
stays in a bar,
the bar-
right? So you got
Yeah,
Oh, Jennifer
Esposito,
Esposito,
right?
yes.
Wait a second. Oh, that was Jennifer
so.
Esposito.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even recognize her. Oh my gosh.
Master of
and
Disguise
then-
fame, yes.
What was Jack Black's title there? What did he do besides get weed?
He's like the towel boy. Who knows? Why is he there?
Why-
He's not an employee.
I questioned, was he really an employee there? Because he just walked around like I don't think he did anything.
I think he
Yeah.
literally is like I think he's supposed to be like maintenance or something. He's
He
just
was
like
because
the
that's where
pool
they went
boy.
to find him. He was hanging out in the maintenance room.
Yeah,
Well,
he's like
That's
he's
where
in
he was
that, like,
ripping his
shack.
bong.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he can be hiding there smoking. Doesn't mean he's maintenance just because he's in the down
That's
there.
true.
Because it's literally it's him, Combs, the one like older housekeeping lady, Bill Cobbs, and Jennifer Esposito. Right?
I
That's
still
the
can't believe
five.
it's her. I
Yeah.
spoke to her the one time. I gotta go. I'm gonna
Oh,
try
did you?
again because she was
Oh,
busy
so
at
you
the
got
time.
her.
No, we're gonna have to.
All right.
Now, yeah, I'm gonna try again.
Let's reach back out. So the worst thing about like Titus's character is like not only that, it's almost like he's that really nerdy kid who turned into a stoner, like away from his hometown, and he like has this persona. Because the what he calls weed is not what you call weed. He says, "Man, I got them." He's like trying to sell them.
He's like throwing out like strain.
Dude, he
names
says, "Man, I got the cream jeans." I'm like, what? Nuts, dude.
Well, that could be the local jargon. That's all.
Yeah.
Well, no, he
I
throws,
wrote, what a great prize.
He's throwing out like strain names.
Yeah. No,
I
get it. Just their names.
I got the cream jeans, and I got.
But he doesn't even waste any time though. Like he's literally out in the open, and he's acting like he's doing it quietly, but he's literally doing it right in the open to everybody.
Yeah.
Like he's not
like
even
one of them could be like a cop.
100%.
Like who these people are.
Well, and again, I don't think the manager really cares.
Strains. Yeah. Nobody did strains. You'd be like, "Oh, do you have pot?" And they'd be like, "Yes, I have pot." Not
that shows you how deep in it he was shit already.
There was like randomly that guy that'd be like, "I got some purple haze," and you'd be like, "Oh my god, I know this." But for them to be like, "Oh, okay," like Mekhi Phifer's like, "Yeah, whatever, dude." Like, I don't care. But the fact that everybody's so rooted the resort, like, pretty much every single person. But
I love it.
Yeah,
I Jeffrey love Combs, that. It's so funny to me.
Well, think about it. What would you be happy that no one else is there, and now you got 4 people there, and you have to, pretend to work at the resort? Yeah. I mean, first of all, even they're rude. I mean, Brandy and Mekhi Phifer and like there wasn't outside of Jennifer Love Hewitt. I think everybody was rude. Like really, like the whole movie.
Chef still there? Did they eat? Did we see food in the resort? No, right?
Sorry, guys, you have to go to the vending machines.
yeah.
You know what? I don't think
of the people that were left, there was no cook. It was the housekeeper lady.
See, Jack Black looks more like a cook than he would be than the maintenance
guy.
He
could be, yeah, right?
Can you imagine? He's the chef. He's like serving them like burnt omelets and stuff. Like,
I still like the notion that he doesn't even work there. He's just like
he just stays. He's like,
he was probably visiting a resort a while ago, and the boat left without him, and now he just stuck there. So
it's like Chris Farley and was it Wayne's World 2? I got nowhere else to go. But back to their first encounter at the desk with Jeffrey Combs is nuts because he is mean. Oh, we lost Doug.
No. Yeah, it's right. Doug usually
mean to them, like, and then there's a little bit back and forth, but like right off the bat, he's like, "I'm going to treat you like shit."
Well, I think he's like, listen, he goes, "You guys have no place to go. You can't there's no one to complain to. So I'm just gonna go through the motions, and you're stuck with it, kind of thing." But so I think he just could care less. He hates his job. No one's there. Yeah, and he almost is like trying to sabotage the hotel. Is the way he acts to them.
Yeah.
It's kind of like there's a storm coming. I'm in my bathrobe, or he's going to be in his bathrobe. Leave me alone. And I have to say, I'm going to bring this up now because I met him a few years ago. And aside from like horror, like obviously he's horror royalty, Reanimator, but he's also like he's in various Star Treks. He's played various aliens over the years. He's either a villain or a guy you don't want to be near.
Yeah,
right. In real life, he is the sweetest person. Like I talked to him for like 20 minutes, the nicest guy ever. Gave me a hug. We talked horror. We talked Star Trek. I forgot we talked so much in my meeting with him. I met him at a convention. I forgot to get the item signed. So I came. I got a picture with him, and I came back. I was like, I brought my Reanimator like deluxe box set. I was like, I forgot to get it signed. He goes, come here. He's like, puts his arm around me. We got another picture. We signed the box. But you wouldn't know it like listening to him or even looking. He's from like his whole family's from like Appalachia, so he's like a country boy, and he's just like he's the nicest guy in the world.
That's awesome.
And it shows you like how it's always the nice guys that play the best villains.
So you're saying like Michael Madsen, God rest his soul, is probably like the nicest guy in the world because he plays.
I hear that he was he had a strong presence, but would like embrace you.
Right.
You know,
That's awesome.
But yeah, I met years ago. I met Bill Moseley, who's like he's in a million horror movies, and he again nicest guy in the world, and he's like don't tell people I'm nice. He's like they'll stop calling me. They'll stop calling me.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
No, that's cool. So
that's awesome.
I bet you could get Bill on the podcast for something.
We should try it. Text Chainsaw Massacre too.
I think. What else was he in? Was he in
Double Reject?
I was gonna say. I think I reached out. I reached out to all those people in that movie.
Yeah, he's a busy dude, but I'm sure if he had time, he would do it.
Yeah, we'll try again.
All right.
So now Jennifer Esposito, we meet her at the bar, and which has no one at it, and
yeah, which kind of both like, oh, this is awesome, but also like, oh, this is depressing.
Yeah, very.
But
depressing.
I'll tell you,
no one's there.
Even though I had my suspicions with Will, I was thinking that, and maybe I'm thinking of another movie, but I was thinking like she must be like the daughter of.
Be in on it.
I thought she was like the daughter of the fisherman, and I thought like she's kind of in on it. I don't know how like she got involved, but like I was thinking she was, because you don't see a lot of her, but you only see her in bits and pieces, and like then you forget about her kind of at the end of the movie, and so I was thinking that, but yeah, I still can't believe it's her. Oh my gosh, I gotta see her again.
And it's so funny. She has the role of as a bartender at a resort that it's gonna be a shitty time because there's only like the staff of 5. You can really make these people, even though it's a shitty like them being the only people, she can make it fun for them. They're trying to order drinks. She's like, how about we do Dark and Stormies? Which they are really good, but like for her just to ignore what they want, it's like, hey, let me take your orders. And it's like, okay, I'm not doing that. You're going to get Dark and Stormies.
It is the most depressing resort because it's like from there to the karaoke, it's just lame. Like it's like, this is a prize you win. You're all excited. And even the workers are all like dread. Like they're just like, here's another drink. Like she had she didn't have a bubbly personality.
No, and they barely drank, dude,
because they all thought they were gonna like be on break.
Yeah, that's really
true.
what it was.
Probably just be able to relax and not have to serve people and get paid for it. But like when they get the next day, so she does the "I Will Survive," which is fitting. Final Girl,
which again, Brandy making her uncomfortable. And it's so funny because Jennifer Love Hewitt and King of Queens actually did the same kind of thing where she's like, oh, I don't want to do it. I'm embarrassed. And then she gets right into it. She starts walking around. I think at one point she kind of grinded near him. And like Kevin James did the same thing with King of Queens. Like he's like, I don't want to do it. Then he started spinning around, jumping, doing like, but like she didn't want it. She was uncomfortable. And Brandy's like forcing her to go do karaoke. Go ahead. She's going to do it. She's going to do it.
Right?
Like, everything she doesn't want to do, Brandy makes her do.
And
I also think it's funny that Brandy, now, Jennifer Love Hewitt had a small
she did
singing career, but Brandy's the singer in real life, and they don't have her do the karaoke.
Yeah, I know.
Like the
or a duet. Maybe they should have done like a duet or something. Yeah, agreed.
That could have been good.
They could have done The Boy's Mind.
So yeah. so here's another, to me, a plot hole in the movie.
Real meta.
So these old karaoke machines, they had like preloaded everything connected. Like the words come up with so it's not like I don't think you can hack in. So did that guy know that she was going to pick that song?
Yeah, but no one else saw it.
I know that. No
one
know
else
that.
saw
I know she only saw it. But what if they did a different song? Was that added in there for it to say, I still know what you did last summer, or I still know, and then Joe Black?
Up no matter what song she picked.
See, all these things that the fishermen and they all had to do to make sure everything's right. Like, why make it so detailed? Because his goal is to kill him.
Yeah.
Kill her, right? That's his goal. It seems like a long way to go around to kill her.
Yeah. And is Will helping with this? Like Will's sitting on the couch. So could he really be helping with this? No.
You know what?
So by the end of the movie, it's revealed that like they worked at the resort.
Yes.
Like the fishermen worked at, that's their shortcut of saying like
he knew the karaoke.
They knew the ins and outs of the resort.
Yeah, but the fisherman's not even there yet. Yeah, but he's not even there yet. He's not even there yet.
But is he?
No, Will's probably doing all this. That's why they have two, because he was on the road with Freddie Prinze, who's not even there yet.
That's true.
So how did the fisherman get there before Freddie Prinze?
It seems like the fisher was there before maybe visiting.
This fisherman can afford
because because remember Bill Cobbs does say that I saw him out in the garden a few days. I think he says like a few days
Yeah.
ago. So maybe
Makes
he
no
came there to
sense.
get shit set up, go back, come back. But how is he bringing the hook can?
Okay.
He buys it on the island.
First of
maybe.
all, okay.
He throws it in the garbage
He leaves them places.
at the airport,
Okay.
and then he goes
First-
on.
First of all, isn't he a murderer that is a known murderer at this point?
But they don't know.
The
I guess
fisherman?
they do know his face, but
no, because they kept the characters kept everything. Hush,
No,
hush.
I'm talking about, but they found out that he killed other people, right? In the first movie.
No,
Didn't he kill other people?
yeah, he did.
I thought he.
Oh yeah. So
well,
what did they
killed
say
the
about
two characters? Right?
Sarah Michelle Gellar? Like her character, how is she killed? Like what does
That's what
the
I'm saying.
town know of?
Yeah,
that?
I don't know how they explain it away because it's sort of implied that that Julie and Ray, like, they think they killed him at the end of the first one.
So no one else saw his face?
I get. Well, he's got the
Oh.
coat up
Okay.
over.
Does a hood stay? Does a
it's
hood stay
bad.
on that tight that
Yeah.
the hood never falls
Yeah.
off? This guy's face is covered.
And it's the jacket. The jacket flaps are like up here. It's a great design actually because
No,
you never see it because of the shadow on him.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, for
It's
him
like
to be
this,
able to get
you see
around
that
back and forth, there's a guy that is missing. People, I don't know. My question is, like, do the authorities know what he looks like? Does, like,
Well,
that
it's
he's the
pre
missing
9/11,
guy?
so you could fly right without any.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but he had to be on the news. He had to, like, this guy killed people.
Yeah, but on a
How many
local
people did he kill in
news,
the
he's
first
at a
movie?
different airport now.
yeah. I honestly think they kept it so secret. When they think that they killed him at the end, they don't want to be in trouble for that. It's like no one knows. No
Okay,
one knows. it's
So her
him.
murder is
So
unsolved.
no one knows who. I'll say her murders.
I honestly
Ryan
think so.
Phillippe,
Her sister's murder.
the guy. Yeah, all of them. They're all. No one even followed up on them. They're like, all right,
Big Bang Theory.
yeah, that guy. That's what I was trying to figure. So no one. That's my question. Like, so, like, no one. Like, how did they ever solve that, or they just left it alone? Like, did they not even assume? Like, yeah.
And it's kind of shitty
It's
the way
like-
they
'cause
talk
it's
about
like
like two
it-
people were killed. They say that a couple times in this movie, but like two of your friends were killed, but other people died too. Galecki,
Yeah.
Pete Sampras'
Yeah.
wife, Veronica Vaughn dies in the dry cleaner she's working at the dry cleaner on 4th of July while her sister's in a pageant.
Yeah.
People need those steamed whites for the 5th. Big parties going
Talk
on.
about Chris Farley again. That Veronica Vaughn.
So you're right, Jamie. Like, even at this point, I wrote down, like, even though I do remember the movie, I wrote, like, man, Jennifer, she does look guilty, the bartender, Nancy. When
100%.
she looked, when Jennifer Love Hewitt stormed out, she looked guilty. She did the look. She cleaned the glass. You're like, oh, maybe.
Well, I think that's the purpose.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's what they were
Yeah.
trying to do.
No, of course.
So yeah.
Because even like, I think that honestly, I almost think that's why they make everyone at the resort either a jerk or like kind of feel like shifty. Because even like Bill Cobb's character is like, short with them. He's not mean,
Yeah.
but he's kind of just,
Imagine if Titus
Well,
was the
granted,
killer.
I don't think the 70-year-old.
Imagine how
What?
shitty this movie would
Well,
be
who's the-
if Titus was the killer.
Oh, my
Somehow
gosh.
he was like, yeah, dude, like the hook in. That's my dad, dude.
But even Cobb, like, until, again, because I don't remember the movie, and I still always thought something with Will, but like when he uses the paddle, I'm like,
Oh, I know.
wow, was I fooled?
Yeah.
Like, again, I mean, because you always have to have that one person that knows what's going on and, like, has all, and then that threw me off a little bit. I'm like, all right, what's going on here? So yeah, but yeah.
And the voodoo, his voodoo later in the movie. He
And
steals a little
Yeah,
bit
that's-
from
yeah.
everyone except Will, which obviously makes sense. And then now we cut to Will being really creepy. Like, dude, he like sort of understood like the friend zone thing, I think, at first, like when we see him in that first scene. And then here he's like all over, he like leaves a note in her room. And it's weird that it's like sort of the similar writing. And he like creeped up on her, dude. Nah. He's rough.
I mean, obviously now, it's on purpose when you get to the
Yeah.
end.
No, of
Like,
course, but
he is the one writing the notes.
Yeah.
not for nothing. The entire resort is empty. They couldn't say, "Listen, you know what? I don't feel comfortable. Why don't we get separate rooms?" or something
Exactly.
like that.
You know what? That's
Like,
so true. It's an
I mean, the
empty
resort is
and we
empty.
gave you the honeymoon suite.
I mean,
Yes.
yeah. You don't question
like
that?
plot
Like,
hole
I mean,
number
like,
7.
so, I mean,
Oh, Mr. Brooks, can we
you
just
have
get
to
2
fault-
singles?
70.
But you have to fault Jennifer Love Hewitt in this, right? I mean, she does have a boyfriend. She's staying in a room. I mean, again, if her boyfriend knew about this, it's crazy.
You'd be pissed.
But so I have another question: is when she's in the room and she hears the moaning going on next door,
Yes.
the bouncing of the bed and the moaning, and then we go to it and she's
Can we talk about that?
she's jumping up and down on the bed.
Well, I know. Why are
What
they
was that?
fake having sex?
What-
Why
what-
aren't they really?
what
Like
was-
that makes.
Well, I mean, it was just dumb. It was so dumb.
Now, are
Like,
they faking having sex? Or are they just being silly? And that's like the joke is that it cuts to them just talking.
well,
I guess that's the joke for us.
well, her
Oh,
jumping.
yeah,
He
it was
he
for
wa-
us.
he wanted no part of the jumping.
Yeah.
Like he looked annoyed that she was jumping, but like it just seemed
I'd
bizarre.
be annoyed.
Oh, of course.
Lay down.
Yeah.
But it just seemed weird. It just seems like such a stupid. Yeah.
I'm trying to nap.
Oh man, dude. And now we cut to the
like-
dock. So right after that scene, we're at the dock. We see Derek like bringing in the last boat, right? And then that's when Jack Black's like,
At like midnight. Hold on. At midnight,
Yeah.
there's 4 people on the
I
island.
know.
There's 4 people on the island. He had to wait until then. He knew no one else was
Yeah,
using the
right.
boats or anything. Why is he doing it like midnight like that?
Jack Black wants to go to the island. Hey, dude, let's take the boat and get jiggy with it. So nice little like, oh, that song's hot right now. Oh yeah, let's write that into the movie. And it is cool. Some of the shots, even though I don't think like the hook hand is like up there with obviously the other iconic slashers, but he does look pretty cool when you see him in the shadow. Like when he does finally get onto the island, when they show after he kills that guy, and he like goes up the stairs and you see him walking down the bridge. You're like, this is kind of cool. Like it just sucks that the vehicle that everything was for this movie is I think he's a pretty good killer. This kind of like
He is.
like ruined his
But
chance of another movie.
Look,
Even though they did do another one, but
bad movie aside, I think the Fisherman is an iconic killer. It's not up there with like the Ghostface mask, but I'd say it's pretty close for modern horror. Like if you like, I'm trying to like, there's other movies where you see the characters watching the first I Know What You Did Last Summer in their movie, and like you see the Fisherman, like it's usually like they usually show like the parade sequence or something, like so it's that outline of him in the slicker and the hook hand and everything. It is I would say it's iconic.
yeah, no, it's cool. Like when
in
you see
horror
it, you're like,
circles,
this
for
is
sure.
fucking awesome. Like when you see him come on, it's just
Yeah.
like you hope maybe again, how many have they really? If this one was a different idea and it just worked, obviously I know they made a third one, but like how many more could they have gone on to? Like could they have?
I think if they weren't so
Well, they're
this
relying
movie-
on the same story. That's the problem.
Yeah,
right?
this movie's such a mess. Like we're like, not to keep bringing Scream up, but like you do have the returning characters in those movies, and they're different killers, but they give a new reason as to why there's a new.
And you could do that forever. Essentially,
there was 100%. There's a way of doing a better sequel and getting 5-6 of these movies out. You know,
I think that minus I mean, they could have done the sequel with the same kind of concept of this guy wants revenge, but like do it in town again, or do it in a different town, or like to go to a tropical island. That's, I mean, you're talking about the most extreme
I know
place to try to like do all this, and I think that's
keep the Fisherman iconography and just do whatever
Correct.
you want with it.
correct.
There's 100 different ways. It was just, you know, I always say, and you know, I'm not the person that made this up, but like movies are a strange alchemy, right? You could have 100 things that feel like perfect that align, and the movie comes out. You have a great cast, you have a great concept, and the movie just falls flat for whatever reason. This movie, it's 100% just them trying to shove a sequel down everyone's throats because of the slasher surge of the late 90s, and it's like it feels like they weren't even trying.
yeah.
Like
Agreed.
there's so like there's no attempt to like connect anything. And like look, I've been watching this movie since 1998, right? Not often, but I used to have fun watching it. I still like the first one for the most part. But watching it this time, I was like, holy shit.
Agreed.
Like it's like even worse than I remembered. And I'm not going to say I hate the movie. I don't hate the movie, not to jump to the end, but like you had a good cast. You could have done something so much better than this. And its quality is 100% the reason why this franchise ultimately went nowhere until, it's 2025 and we're getting a new movie.
Yeah. Because again, just the idea to get him to the island, say, oh yeah, what's the, oh, we used to work here. Oh, okay. Like it's all these things that they just wanted, almost like they filmed the movie. They're like, dude, this guy gave me a resort that we could film at for 3 weeks for free. Like we have to just write this into the movie because it was just, and again, Ray taking so long. So we'll get into more things.
Again, you're talking about an island that you need a plane and a boat to get to.
I know.
So, I mean, so you're not talking about so obviously they were far enough away. So for the fishermen to get there or Ray to get there, they had to get there by plane and boat, the fisherman, no one's questioning why he's wearing a rain gear on a plane.
What is he normally wearing?
What's he have?
He's just going around as himself, which also doesn't make sense.
Fake mustache?
Because he's supposed to be dead. So does he have a fake ID somehow?
That's what I was saying before. Who was he going as?
Yeah. That's the thing with this movie is that there's zero logic.
Again, the next town over would have been better.
You could take these pieces. You could take the Bahamas. You could take the college friend. You could take all the pieces of this movie and make a good sequel. And this was just like, let's just do it. And honestly, it feels insulting when you think about it, because you're like, we're aiming this movie at tweens, teens, fans of the first movie, and they're gonna just eat up the slop, Piggy, And it's insulting. Whereas other slasher sequels, even modern slasher sequels, at least maybe they're not perfect, but they at least attempt to put together a plot that makes sense. Well, this is like you pull the one thread, and there's 100 threads to pull. Yeah. You pull any one of them and the entire thing collapses.
Oh no, agreed. I mean, I think that as much as the movie still would have been lame, I would have preferred, say, because they did mention that the Will or whatever the guy's name is, the other guy, the fisherman, worked there. That the bartender was revenging her father, and she was dressing up as the ring.
So many ways to go about
and that would explain it. But the fact that this guy had to go out of his way to get there to set all this up out of his way, he's a local fisherman. It just doesn't make sense. It's just too elaborate. Unless Will did everything, which again, he's a young kid.
In 1998, female slashers were becoming the thing. My point was that if you wanted to have Esposito be the killer, it would have made sense because you had stuff like Urban Legend.
Oh yeah,
and Scream 2 had a woman killer, and
that would be again just the fact that she's there already, and he used to work there. So there's a lot of connections that they could have used, but the fact that he traveled all the way there all that stuff is just this really, I think, made it.
She could have been like the illegitimate daughter, like he had an affair with a local. Something.
Agreed.
We're screenwriting 101 over here.
yeah. How about the bloody sheets? So the only person he killed was Derek the dockhand. That was the only person.
Oh, that's the other worker. That's the other worker. Yep. The maid.
Well, we brought her up before.
No, he kills the maid after that.
No, but
but I forgot that the maid was it.
The guy who's putting.
Oh yeah, but she finds the bloody sheets, and she's like, "Oh!" And then her death is pretty brutal. That was pretty awesome.
Well, she touched the door first. There was blood on the door first. Her hands were all filled with blood.
Yeah, because she touches the sheets.
No,
the sheets in the bin outside the door. No.
Oh, okay. It was okay. I got you.
Yeah. Right, they were in her laundry bin.
Yep.
And, but what did he do? Did he bring Derek's body, throw it on a bed, get bloody sheets, almost be like, "Hey, guess what? Bloody sheets." It's gonna confuse him for a minute. He could just kill her right away.
See, that's the other thing, and maybe because there's not a lot of workers there, no one else is there, but the killers are able to maneuver bodies around way too easily.
Oh, dude, he moves them everywhere.
But, and again, but there's no workers there. There's only 5 workers, and
Yeah,
there's no. So I
Like
can believe that a little bit more.
The body in the closet is the crazy, like that cleans up the blood, in a matter of like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
That's definitely
I
the
don't know how
craziest one.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. But that's like the whole thing over. It's like, oh, she's really crazy, guys. Don't trust her. She's crazy. Like whatever she says, and there's nothing to believe. How about when they're in the hot tub? So it's supposed to just be Ty and Carla with candlelit, fancy. And he says the line again. They're trying to get us to think, oh, here's the other people that could be the killers. But they're not going the hey, we're going to change the killer route. Like, not maybe that's what they wanted the audience to think. Like, I don't think Ty had a relationship with him, but he says a line. He's like, we're miles away from anybody and no one will hear you scream. It's like, whoa, what a creepy ass line to say to your girlfriend in this hot tub. And then friggin' Titus creeps up on the head, right? Yeah, Titus creeps up first. No, Will comes in.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but Titus comes over and then puts his weed in the water.
Well,
his joint he puts underwater.
Well, no, they weren't in the jacuzzi. They were in the pool for that one. Where Titus
it was a jacuzzi area, and then the pool was on the other
side. Hot tub.
But how did they not
reach over into the pool?
But how did they not see him or hear him? I mean, he's a great swimmer.
Yeah. Does he come up? Out of the water?
He got there quietly. What?
Does he come up out of the water?
No, he comes in.
Like comes walking.
He just startles them. Somehow he startles them. Ugh.
I was thinking, I was like, he comes up out of the water. He got his dreads wet.
Yeah. He doesn't seem like a very finesse kind of person, and for him to get there that quietly and that didn't even notice.
I have a question actually about Titus. So Jack Black did this movie uncredited. So he's
really?
Now, did he do that as a fun cameo favor, or was he so ashamed of what he'd wrought?
What did he make before this? It's more than a cameo. I mean, he's in there, quite.
Yeah. He had done what, like
Cable Guy?
High Fidelity. He had done Cable Guy.
High Fidelity's 2000.
So that's later.
So this fits in. Let's see. So
I'm looking at his. I'm looking at the Letterboxd.
I don't know. He did it in the Mars Attacks is 96. 97.
So he was in a bunch of stuff.
Johnny Skid Marks, Bong Water, Enemy of the State.
Yeah, he's in Waterworld. Like he wasn't a name yet. Like it was like one of the. He was that guy up to this point.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And I guess he still was, but yeah, it's weird that like he's not the home, the home.
That is weird.
I don't remember him in Demolition Man. He's in Demolition Man.
He's got like a small. He's like a small part.
He's Wasteland Scrap, so he's in the basement. He's with the underworld people with Leary. So we kind of, you already mentioned it, but like Mr. Brooks shows up. And this is where she sees the body in her closet. She screams, she runs, everybody goes to her. You go back in, nothing's there. And I love like this line that he says. He goes, let's calm down on the dark and stormies. And I think of the night before. Dude, she didn't even drink one. She had one sip of it, did the karaoke, stormed out.
Yep.
Like, what the And it's like they're from North Carolina, which knows what storms are. So maybe if they were from a different part of the country, because they make it seem like, man, these storms are going to be fucking nuts. It's like, well, North Carolina gets a lot of storms. Like, like,
especially because they're a coastal town in North Carolina.
Yes,
it's not like they're inland even.
Like the fishermen. It's a whole.
They've been hit before.
Yeah.
Oh How about more exposition? Another line is, if it gets bad, like randomly, I don't know if it wasn't Bill Cobb's, but somebody at the end just randomly before they cut to the next scene is like, if it gets bad, we have a storm cellar. It's like,
no, it's Jeffrey Combs. It's when he's in his bathrobe. He's like, we're gonna batten down the hatches. You're gonna just sit here. It's gonna be fine. But like you're not going anywhere. And he goes, and if it gets really bad, we have a storm shelter or whatever.
Well, I would also assume
we're gonna get to that storm shelter in this movie.
If there were storms coming, how are they allowing anyone to be walking around outside the way they do?
And that's the thing too, is like places like this,
They board up.
They
board up the windows.
And they don't keep 5 people on hand. They're going to keep a bunch more to assist in that. And then
you're not going to allow people walking around outside freely the way they were
get
doing.
In the hot tub, guys. The storm's coming.
Yeah, right. Who cares? And then Titus, he meets his demise. Goes to the maintenance room. He's ripping his lucky bong, and it's just really quick. It's like the hook hand right into the table, and then I love that it's like the fisherman is like looking around, like, how should I kill this guy?
Well, that he looked at one weapon and then he grabbed something else, right? Or something like that, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was like 2 different tools. But
yeah.
The hedge clipper, yeah.
I was expecting a different type. I thought it was going right down his throat. I thought the hedge clippers were like going in his mouth, like because he was standing right over him like that.
Yeah.
But if you're Jack Black and your hand is hooked in there, like, you know what? Listen, when you try to get out of there, I either rip it through your hand or try to pull. Like, he wasn't even fighting to get out of there. Like, he was just panicking. Yeah. Like, I mean, if you can't get the hook out of the table, rip it through. Okay, so I have a ripped hand.
So high. He was so high. He couldn't do anything.
I guess so.
That should have been an ad. Like, this is your brain. This is your brain on drugs. And it's like,
and this is what could happen if a serial killer is going to try to kill you. Don't get high, kids.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. Now we get another part of this movie that's one of those like, oh, if this didn't happen, then he wouldn't have got there or had the weapon at the end. So he goes into the pawn shop. He takes out the engagement ring that he says he paid $500 for. So the guy goes, it's a carat. I'll give you $250 for it. So he goes, I'll do it for $300 and throw in that gun over there. Oh, the gun's $300 by itself. And he's like, do you have bullets? And he's like strong arming this guy. And he's like, all right, fine. Like, he gave $300 on a gun. What was the $300 for? A bus? Greyhounds aren't that expensive even today. So it's not like he was taking a plane, I guess, to pay for the boat.
Dude,
or he just like,
I used to take buses. Food. I used to take buses like up to Massachusetts and stuff, like literally 20 years ago. And they were like, it was like $45 back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it had to be like the same in 98 or like
his ring is $500.
Also, yeah, a carat.
I got married in 98. I got married in 98. My ring was not $500.
All right, boys, let's start dropping our engagement ring prices. Because I didn't.
But I got engaged at, I guess, 96 or 97, and so like again, it wasn't a fancy huge ring, but like $500, that's cheap. I mean, that's crazy. I don't know what kind of ring, and it looked nice. The ring, it wasn't like a cheesy looking ring. But
I've never pawned anything.
That is true. I haven't either.
So,
but he did say it was $500 though. He said it.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
What did he buy? It's not a diamond.
Oh, he said it was a carat.
I know, but
I know
$500, maybe $5,000.
Yeah,
he said 500.
Yeah, I don't know why. Yeah, that was so ridiculous. But yeah, so then we get. So now he has some cash. He's going to obviously try to get there. And then it's cool because we were mentioning like Freddy and Jason before, and Ty, when they're sitting in the bed, like mentions those movies. So like those are movies in this universe. Like, like to hear that, not saying a ton of movies don't do that, but it is always cool when in a movie they reference another movie, and that's what they do with this.
Yeah.
So does this count as a sequel?
A sequel to what? Oh, those movies?
Those movies?
No. I do love that Will's character, they try to make you like, at this point, it was like, he was like very early with the climate change. When just some of his lines walking with Ty in this scene, it's like, what is he talking about? It's very like technical, and
especially during this time, he's so like just calm and collected the entire time. When everybody's now like starting to freak out a little bit, and you could see like this is where it's like becomes slowly obvious, because he's really, first of all, who is he friends with? Is he friends with Brandy or?
I don't know.
I think he's just friends with Julie from like they have that class together,
and they're forcing it together. But where were they going to walk to? I know, like, it's so funny when you see like, oh yeah, I saw a dead body in my closet last night. What am I gonna do in the morning? I think I'm gonna go work out.
Yeah.
No, they said they were going to like jet paddleboard or something. I thought they were looking for something.
Is that what they were going for? That's
but why
nuts,
would
right?
you
like somebody saw a dead body?
And this is the start of them separating.
Gym.
They go to the gym. Why would you want to leave everybody? Everybody should be staying together at this point. Like from this point on, no one should separate.
Everyone go sit at the bar.
Something.
And it's pouring rain at this point, right? Because then the one time when we cut after they get to the gym, we cut back to Ty and Will. Pouring rain, like ridiculous. And it's like they're just walking. Like, what are they? Oh, this is when they're looking for the maintenance guy. This is when they find Jack Black. And at the same time, why does Julie leave Carla? I forget. She leaves the gym for some reason because Carla's still working out by herself.
No, she goes to the tanning bed.
Oh yeah, dude.
No, but wait.
Yeah,
but let's just backtrack a little bit. So they walk into this gym. Now you're at a nice resort. I guess it's an all-inclusive resort. They're like, wow, what a beautiful gym. It had one bench. It had one treadmill. It looked like a gym that you would have in your basement. Like it literally had like dumbbells. Like, it was the worst looking gym I've ever seen.
I feel like isn't that how like it's like most hotels? They're like, oh, we have a state-of-the-art gym, and you walk in and it's like 3 treadmills and like one way.
No, this is a resort. This is a resort though. Like it's a little different than going to a regular hotel, Holiday Inn. But yes, she made it sound like this is a beautiful gym, and literally it was one bench and one treadmill.
Yeah,
So she goes to the tanning bed.
Had those nice frosted windows, I guess.
I did like the tanning bed. The only thing I didn't like was how like they were like, we got to get the zip tie off. There's no plug.
Wait, okay. Not only that, their best. What did he grab? He grabbed. What did he grab to break it? Dumbbell. That was like they couldn't find like scissors or anything, like something to like cut it or knife or something.
But pull the plug.
Dumbbell
pull the plug.
Pull the plug.
They have to go into the wall, right? Is it the first thing you think of? Like I know, obviously he cranked it up, but again, this is a girl. I don't know. Maybe he doesn't care. Like every death to him is the same. But you would think if he's going to kill the one, and then obviously Ray would be the other one that's left, that he has to murder to get back at them. I guess that's what his thing's gonna be. He's not gonna watch her die. He's just gonna turn the thing on and walk away.
So he also happens to have a tie on him. That just he didn't know that he's gonna kill her in.
You couldn't get them through customs today. If I had zip ties in my pocket, they wouldn't let me out.
But why would he have a zip tie with him? But you also he turned it on. Why couldn't they just turn it off? Outside unplugging it, why couldn't they just turn the dial down?
Oh, that is true. Yeah, why didn't they do that? He didn't break.
There's so many things they could have done. He didn't. Yeah. It's not like he sabotaged. I'm sure all those tanning beds have some kind of stop mechanism. Like if you wanted to stop it, something. A dumbbell. That's the one thing they chose to use. Okay.
And then this one, they're like, I think this is an emergency. We can use that radio now. So they run out. They go into Mr. Brooks's room. Wow, he's real set up, dude. What a staging of a murder crime scene. Has I still know written in the blood. Like, where's that scene? Is he using a paintbrush? Is he using his finger? Like, it's very perfect. And dude, the machete in the head's great, and the fact that it's him. In there, just sitting there, still, the radio smashed. Well, at this point, the phone lines are already down, right? Because remember that line? It was like, the phones aren't working.
He
says it early, right?
Yeah. And is this before or after the dryer? The old school dryer that they whatever.
This
I know
is right after the dryer. Yeah, when Brandy they go back to the line.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Julie's really right about the sneakers.
How ridiculous is that dryer?
I know it was insane.
It was rusted. It was old. Would you put your clothes in there?
It was huge. That was a giant.
It was huge.
Oh my god, dude. So now Ty grabs the crowbar, and this is when they're on the dock, right? And they're all talking, and it's like, what should we do? What should we do? And then she tells her the truth, and this is when Carla's all pissed because it's like we're supposed to be best friends, and then they leave. They kind of leave her, right? They all leave her to die in a way. Did she
yell yet? Did she do the yelling?
This is when they're yelling. Yeah.
Okay. No. When she yells, what are you waiting for? She does. She does a throwback to the first movie.
She says
she doesn't say. I thought it was around this time. She doesn't say. She says it in the rain this time.
She said, "I'm. What are you still waiting for?"
Something.
Yeah.
But so stupid they had to throw that back that scene. It was iconic scene in the first movie. You got to throw it again in the second movie.
I know, dude. And at this point, like just to sprinkle in like what Bill Cobb's, they found his room. Remember how creepy his room was? When we saw him in it, and we saw him looking at her toothbrush. Then we find out he took Carla's
the
hair
necklace,
tie,
the
and then
toothbrush.
took his necklace. Yeah, Ty's necklace. So they think he's the killer.
Correct.
It's got to be him, like because of all the voodoo stuff. They go in his room. It's pretty creepy. It is really creepy.
It is creepy.
I feel like a throwback to like Child's Play with the voodoo character.
Yeah.
So what's his job on the island?
He's a porter. He's
like
he's a porter.
He's like the head porter.
Yeah, he helps them bring the luggage up too.
Oh, that's right.
He does it all.
All right. I forgot. All right. I mean, there's so many employees there. I forgot what he did.
I was a porter at ShopRite when I was not ShopRite, Stop and Shop when I was 16 years old. I cleaned up all the messes. Yeah.
You wrote people's luggages from their car to.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed your stay at ShopRite.
Yeah. But I wrote one of the lines was no doubt this is the fucking killer is what Ty says when he's holding the monkey skull. Like that's the thing when he says
that gave it away.
Skull,
No, now
like, dude,
now we know
the killer. They have to be it.
Well, this is where they all now start grabbing weapons, and they're all ready now to commit murder. Now it's it's one thing to arm like it was like let's go find this guy before he finds us. So it's one thing to have weapons to protect yourself, but they were looking at it as like let's go out and kill him. So we're going to be murderers now, and we're going to go. And they're all no problem with it.
And it's storming like crazy right now because this is when Bill Cobb's when they're looking for him, and out of nowhere, like Julie, everybody else looking in different places. Julie looks out of the corner of her eye. She sees like the ginormous globe spinning, and then that's when she goes over and she sees him, and he says the line, "Brasilia is the capital of Brazil, not Rio." And it's like holy shit, and they still believe like this old guy could have been it, like.
Don't forget at this time,
like going back to the radio contest, people in the audience that know what the capital of Brazil is when you're watching the movie, you're like, okay, that's fake. This has something to do with why would you reveal that so early?
Yeah, I know.
You're just banking on people being dumb. I guess.
I think they were.
You're just banking on people not knowing what the capital. Because to be fair, when you say the capital of Brazil is Brasilia, it sounds fake. It sounds like a joke.
Oh no, it does. And Rio,
like it sounds like it should be Rio de Janeiro or someplace.
Rio was the capital until I think like the early 1900s, which feels weird to say. But then they changed it for I forgot what the reason was. But
like Brasilia sounds like a joke.
It does. Yeah.
So in the meantime, all this going on, and now we're getting close to the end. We still have Freddie Prinze on his way now because he has the boat. How does he know how to get there? It's in the middle of night. It's in the middle of a storm.
No, he's with the captain. So he probably told the captain the name of the resort.
I thought he took the boat on his own. The captain wasn't on the boat.
The captain from Roadhouse dropped him off, didn't he?
No, Freddie Prinze was driving it.
Really?
I'm almost positive.
Well, he does know how to use a boat.
No, okay. I'm not saying he doesn't know how to use a boat, but he's in the middle of this is an island in the middle of the ocean that you need to and it's in the middle of night, which is not going to be easy, and it's storming. He could find it, no problem.
No,
I'm almost positive.
I thought because all he did was point the gun at the guy and said, "Hey, you need to take me to this island." I remember him.
I thought he said, "I'm taking your boat." I thought he took his boat.
I
could be wrong. All right. Well, one of us is wrong.
I don't remember. I was zoning out at this point.
But they went to so now this is when Estes is telling them like, oh yeah, he used to work here, he had kids. Then we go there and we see like the graves of his kids. And then we see one open grave, and that's Julie, which again, they've only been here for what, a couple days. She goes, "What's today's date?" And it's like,
hey, lots going on.
It's like, whoa, okay. Yeah. So he can write "I still know" perfect, but on the tombstone it looked like shit. Maybe that was the sun doing that.
He's doing it
was like really badly spray painted. It was like 7/4/90. Oh my god. Oh no, she screams, what are you waiting for? And then she says, Do you hear me?
This is right.
I am not gonna die on this island.
So corny. So corny.
Now, what is the worst part? So again, another thing that makes zero sense, and they should have caught up to it. Like Estes is at this point how old? Bill Cobb's he recently passed, and he was like in his 90s. But at this point, he must have been in his 70s, like early 70s, right?
Yeah,
dude. When Will and they were talking, and he slipped off maybe 2 minutes before, and like Will's like, "I need to go look for him," and he starts full sprinting. I'd be like,
and
dude,
no one questions that.
I know, but hey, dude, this guy's old. You don't need to sprint. He's not that far away.
He's shuffling somewhere.
But no one questioned why are you running off, and no one ran after him. No one they're like, all right, Will's gonna be okay. Like that would to me be way before the reveal. That's like, all right. I mean, if you don't know by now that he's part of it, you know now.
Yeah. And what the worst part is he's running full sprint, and what do we get? He does catch up to Estes, and he knocks him out with so somehow Estes was that far ahead of him. Like this old guy somehow got to the boat. He was gonna get in like a canoe or something.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. and he says we're not. He said he wasn't leaving. So what was he doing with the canoe?
Maybe getting the weapon. Maybe he's like, man, this guy's gonna fall for it if I do the old bend over and pick up the oar. And he knocks him out pretty good.
Okay.
At minute 75, Ray's not on the island yet.
And then at that point, the whole hitting him with the oar, it's like who are we supposed to think he's are we still supposed to think he's one of the killers? Like,
well, that
makes sense at that
that
point.
was the one part. No, it didn't. But they needed to throw. They thought maybe throw one more loop in there. But yeah, it was dumb. But again, what was he doing there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So now Nancy, like she hits Ty with a giant rolling pin. So it's like, oh, she's back now. And then now they're all together.
Okay. Why does she have a keychain with 100 keys? She has a janitor's keychain because we're talking about the bartender, correct?
Yep. You have a lot of keys as a bartender, I think.
I guess they hadn't upgraded to the key card system yet.
A lot of keys. It was a janitor's key. If you look at it,
the school janitor.
100% it had 100 keys on there, and she had to fumble through each one to get to the right key.
Yeah,
ridiculous. I don't think. And why does a bartender have that many keys?
No, she'd have like 3.
A lot of lock cabinets.
Like, if that.
The bar area, the pantry, and like her bedroom.
So stupid.
But God, Ty's death is still so jarring. Like. I remember
it's pretty good. I will say I think the deaths are pretty good in this.
Oh, the deaths in this movie are great, but that one was like, holy shit! Like he's in the room and he's just like lifting him. It was pretty. That was really shocking. Still, even you're knowing what was going to happen, it still like comes out of nowhere.
Yeah. And
well,
by that point, you almost feel like he's gonna at this point, you're almost like maybe the murders are done. Like all these characters are gonna make it out.
Yeah.
Well, who's left at this point? It's besides the Brandy and Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Well, the main four. The 4 that went there, and Jennifer Esposito and Bill Estes is still alive.
Esposito's still alive. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now this is from this point is when they run up, right? And they go into the attic and they have to walk on. Jennifer Esposito has obviously been up there because she knows, like, hey, walk on the beams. Don't.
Well, she also realizes that her room has like two-way mirror or something like that.
How did she not? Was that a two-way mirror, or was that just
either that or was a
glass?
She had to seen it then because she had looked very surprised.
Hope she noticed, like, wow, what a terrible view up of the attic. Like,
yeah. So I don't know. I thought it was like a two-way mirror because how do you not notice that? So yeah.
Yeah. But Carla's badass, dude. For the rest of the movie, she goes through glass so many times.
Oh my gosh.
She goes through
falls
3 things in glass.
Yeah. She falls through about 2 or 3. Well, even Jennifer Love Hewitt, I mean, she gets punched in the face and punched in the gut in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty hardcore. I mean, it's so, both of them, you know what, for ending girls, they get beat up pretty bad. Both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's even a point where it looks like Julie's been like stabbed to death.
Oh yeah.
And there's almost the shift of like, oh, is Brandy the final girl now?
Well, you know, it's crazy to think about because they're freshmen in high school. I mean, college. I mean, so to go to college, so to go through what they're going through as a freshman in college, that's crazy. Like just crazy.
I barely could get out of bed as a freshman in college.
But her tumble, dude, how about when she like jumps she jumps away and she like somehow is able to like tumble perfectly onto like that greenhouse structure and nothing cracks. But then once she starts walking on it, then that's when it's like,
why?
And she falls so quick.
But it seemed like she stepped on one, it cracked a little bit, so she stepped with both feet. Like, wouldn't you quickly, like, kind of like step on each one? So it's like stepping on ice. You're not going to stand in the same spot. She literally steps 2 feet into the same one.
Yeah, like don't break the ice. Like, don't break. That's what they should have done. Yeah. Oh man, and then you talked about already the courtyard scene, which you were kind of referencing the keys, like when it's like, let me out, and she couldn't find it, and then finally Julie's like, oh, forget this, and she gets the axe, breaks because she can't break the lock, she just breaks the window, which is funny. Like they showed like the main character, like, oh yeah, usually they would get the lock finally. It's like, nope, she still has to like narrowly escape by going through this window.
Well, I think they teased her death multiple times. Like you thought Brandy was going to get it a few times.
Oh,
like,
dude. Yeah.
I mean, so.
It would have been lame if she did die, if she survived like those two kind of
like that stuff
squeezing through the thing. And then if she died lamely, like when she gets thrown through glass in the next part, like for the third glass throw, you're like, if she died there, that'd be so lame. Like if that would have happened.
Well, she does her leg get slashed though, right? By the hook? Doesn't he slash
No,
it
goes into her sneaker, but nothing happens.
Oh,
like
sneaker,
they make it just like it doesn't cut her foot or anything.
It went in between her toes.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay.
Got the rubber heel.
Dude, so now Will shows up and he says, let's get out of here. Like, remember they're in the storm shelter. They finally get there. They're there for seconds, right? Because don't they go to the storm shelter twice? One time they go there. It's normal. The next time they go back there is when the bodies are in there, right? Doesn't that happen within 15 minutes? They're in a place.
The bodies are in the storms. Yeah. Okay, you're right.
But where does Jennifer Esposito? Where are those three when Will shows up? Are they still at the resort or at the storm shelter?
No, I thought they were there. Weren't they? They didn't run outside, did they?
I thought Jennifer Esposito showed them the storm shelter. They were there. Will shows up, says, let's get out of here. And they believe Will because he says, I know exactly where the slicker guy is, which makes no sense. And then she's like, oh my God, you're bleeding. Oh, let me check your blood. And she lifts his shirt.
Okay.
And he goes, it's not my blood, Julie.
Oh.
And then it's like,
I got to be honest. He's not a good bad guy though. Like when he tried, because a lot of these movies, when you have the one guy that starts acting crazy now, like now you get the crazy, it's like sometimes they overdo it and it just like, it doesn't work. To me, Will acting crazy didn't work.
What's funny to me is that he's sort of like a Walmart Scott Foley who was on Party 5 with Jennifer Love Hewitt. And then, spoiler alert to the listeners out there, is the killer in Scream 3.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
No, I could see that. But
so it's this
just
weird
his lines, as like the bad guy, like when he reveals it, what's your favorite radio station, Julie?
Yeah.
And then when he goes to the name and he's like, think about it. Willis Benson. Will is Benson.
So stupid.
Like, what?
Talk about corny. Like, I mean, like dude. That. I mean, the whole movie's corny, but that, like, oh my
Jamie,
gosh.
I know you hadn't seen this in a long time. Did you remember that?
No, not at all.
Okay,
not at all.
Because that reveal, I'll die at 90 remembering that. Like, it's something. Ben's son has never left me.
Oh my gosh. I'm glad. I mean, I don't know, because I think I would hate the movie even more if I knew it ahead of time. So that, to me though, like you're talking about, like the movie's corny. That whole thing just is so stupid.
This was like it's like knowing the end of Sixth Sense. It's never left me.
Yeah.
And you know what? Honestly, it was so uncalled for. Like you didn't need to do that. You didn't need to have a play on names. Like like that. That was stupid. Like it just.
How about Nancy's death?
They're
She's
just
trying
throwing
to be
everything at the wall and seeing what sticks. They just took everything.
Well, they probably thought this is so creative. Like wait to the audience hears this.
So funny.
This is so.
You're gonna love it.
It's literally it's like ideas that should be stretched out across like 8 sequels, and it's all crammed into one.
Yep.
Oh man, but Nancy's death, I feel so bad for her because she's like kind of. she sees like a hurt Estes who she's probably known for years, like, oh my God, I gotta help you. And like he has something in his back. He falls on her, which I don't know how she lets that happen. Like to get that close to this guy. And then for the killer just to walk up and be like, wow, that's the easiest kill I've ever
That was
had.
an easy. Yeah. I mean, that's a rough one. That's a stupid. I mean, but yeah, she deserved a better death, I think.
Yes, for what again? What maybe show again since they're already going. Oh, this could be the killer. Obviously, we know the reveal of that just happened like just before this. The reveal. So she was like off the table now, and it's like, oh, now Will's gonna go nuts, and we find out this whole thing. But like, I did like one of his lines. I think she like hits him, and he goes, "What'd you do that for? You're a bitch," right? Like I feel like he starts like saying all these weird things, but
like I said, when he plays crazy, it just comes across like so forced and like stupid. It's like
it's like forced crazy.
It is
person. Like he's not a crazy person. He's a bad guy, but he's not a lunatic. And then
correct.
All of
a sudden he lets a lunatic. Like, if you're crazy, you're crazy all the time. And like like and again, you see this in a lot of movies. When you have the one character. Listen, not everybody could play a bad guy, right? A crazy guy. And I just think the ones that don't, and I know we watched a movie recently where another one, he just started acting so crazy at the end. It's like, come on, dude, that's not what you are. Like that's not how you really act.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And how about like so now Ray shows up, he's finally at the island. It's like minute 87. And like, this is where they're going to kill them at the grave. They're going to kill them at the grave. So he shows up. Shouldn't that be like, this is fucking awesome, Dad? We can get out. We can like go to another island, or the deed's done. We killed the people.
Wait, go to another island and do the same thing again?
No, just relax. Umbrella drink.
Wait, why go to another island? You have the whole island to yourself at this point.
That is true. Yeah, you'd have that one. Just
I mean, all the workers are gone.
Yeah, they're going to come back in a couple weeks, though.
That is true. Oh, then they throw everybody in the water, and we're running the hotel now. We just bought it. Like something like that. So now we get like Ray versus Will in like a graveyard battle. And one of the lines that Will says that's really creepy, he says, "Really, man? I would have shared her with you." And then like punches it. I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
So how big is the island that Ray knew exactly where to go?
I guess it's not small.
I mean, we get those aerial shots, and I think it's literally supposed to be like the resort takes up this little island that's
because he went right there. Like island. I mean, wouldn't you think he would have ran inside the resort? Like no, he goes right to the cemetery where wherever everybody else was. Okay,
but the end of the movie is pretty awesome. Is because they were basically like, how do we end this movie? It's gonna be so hard. What are we gonna do? How about we use remember wrestling? Yeah. Like in wrestling, the one guy holds up the other guy and then he moves out of the way. Yeah. Let's put it in this movie that costs us $30 million or whatever it was to make. Let's do it. Oh, this would be great. Like, how do you every time? Like, why does it have to be stand him up? Can he not just? We've seen him kill guys in different ways. He has to stand them up and do a running.
And you want to take that gamble? Like you're standing right behind him. You know, if he goes too deep, he goes whatever. Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Do you think Freddie wrote that because he was a WWE writer?
Yeah, probably.
You know what?
Yeah,
maybe.
He throws that in. It's like, yeah, we have this really cool set piece. Oh yeah, here's what we're gonna do. But it's just so stupid, dude. He kills him.
It is.
He kills his own son. And then the revolver thing's funny because, like, obviously knowing those guns, they're 6 shooters. So I looked it up and it was, there's 9 bullets that in the movie are fired. Like 9 times the trigger it's pulled.
In a 6.
Pretty bad. And the first one's a blank. The first shot is a blank.
Well, no, the first one gets jammed. He couldn't shoot it at all.
I thought it was just a blank. No,
I thought it jammed on him. I thought he shot it, but it jammed. And which I was questioning. How did Jennifer Love Hewitt figure it out to unjam it and then shoot?
Yeah.
So okay,
North Carolina, she's a gun aficionado. Maybe.
Okay, that is true.
And her line is just fucking die, right? And he's like in a mud grave. So now the fisherman is in like a mud grave. They like go back. They see Carla. She survived. So like, do we have any guess of like what's the time frame that they're moving in together? They just bought a house. We don't know how long after it is when they get back from the island.
Well, it seems like everything's a year apart.
Does
my
that
guess
say
is
a year? Oh, maybe.
No,
a
I have no
year?
idea.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think there's like a time card, but it's probably, if it's not like if it's not that another year has passed, it's probably like a few months.
Yeah.
But
She's
if
moved
this
into
is
his place,
if this
she's
is
left
real
college.
life, how what she's gone through as a senior in high school and now a freshman, like I don't know if you're able to act normal ever again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
I mean, there's nothing
or
realistic
not 6
about
months
this
later.
movie.
If it was realistic, you're not moving in with someone. Like you're going to a hospital. You're getting like you need to figure out what's like there's no way you can ever act normal, at least for like a couple of years. Not 6 months later, like, okay, everything's fine. You know, multiple upon multiple dead bodies of people you know. So you know, like I mean, yeah.
Yeah, people are in
I
therapy
bar my
for
windows,
much less.
right?
100%. Yeah.
My dad was
Unreal.
mean to me. I'm in therapy, but you know, not me personally. I'm just using it as an example. You know, a legit
Go
example,
on.
right? It's a legit example to be in
100%,
therapy. This
100%.
girl should be like, she should be like an inpatient.
100%. Like I said, she at least
Temporarily.
five people that she knows close to her all died in front of her.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, that's you know, like she almost died multiple times. So now like she had.
Even in the
What?
first one, I think she's supposed to have been like childhood friends with like Johnny Galecki. Like that's someone she's known her whole life, and he's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
Two of her other best friends are dead.
Absolutely. So
Now
if she's
these
not
characters
crazy
are
in the
dead.
new movie, then there's a problem.
Oh, I feel like they're doing the I don't know if she's gonna be quote unquote crazy, but I feel like they're doing like the recluse kind of.
Oh, really?
Where they sort of started not like I live in the woods, but like sort
Not
of
Laurie
it
Strode.
was sort of what they were trying to do with Sydney and Scream, and then they kind of moved away from that. Whereas
Yeah,
like
yeah,
even
she was in the
I guess
middle
it's
by
like Scream
herself,
3,
yeah.
she's like kind of living on her own. She's like all these like security systems and so, but it's still
A
like
giant house.
yeah, she's not Jamie Lee Curtis in like the Halloween 2018 sequel, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Or Halloween ends when she's like in a rom-com in the beginning of that movie, which is like such a far cry from that first one. But so anyway, back at the house that they just purchased, and Ray's in love with his new toothbrush. He's like so excited about it. And you realize like, oh wow, we have like the windows open, there's footprints, like she sees this. Somebody what the weird part is like somebody closes the bathroom door. And it's not Ray because he's brushing his teeth, but we slowly see it get close. So like the hook-hand guy comes in, he closes the door, and then is able to crawl under the bed. And then the end scene again, I hope they do in the movie, like reference it in some flashback of him, or maybe she does have a therapist and is talking about it. Because that's fucking intense. Like, is that another dream? Maybe. But it is a pretty scary to leave the movie theater of a movie that was underwhelming as it is. It is a pretty cool way to leave. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, but at the same time, because they did it already, it's like, all right, it's probably nothing that's gonna make like. So, like, I don't think it's as intense as it should have been. Like, if they didn't do it in the first movie and they just did it here, then that's intense.
So my question is, when does the dream start? Is it that entire final scene is a dream,
or the movie,
or is it he's brushing his teeth? She goes into the bedroom and he goes, "Don't you dare fall asleep, girl," because he's trying to get some. Does she? Is that where she falls? She lays down and falls asleep, and then the rest is the dream. Because they do that in, like in Nightmare on Elm Street all the time. Yeah, where it's like it's real life, and then we as the audience don't realize the same thing. We don't realize that the character has fallen asleep. Something to think about.
Gosh, that's corny though. If they go that route,
I honestly think they're probably. I honestly think they're not even going to reference it in the new movie. I think it's just she's going to show up in the new movie, and that just means that the end of 2 was also a nightmare, and that's it.
Are you going opening night to watch it?
I might. I have a ticket reserved, so I have AMC A-list. Not to plug them, but like I log I log I reserve tickets all the time, and then I'm like, I can't make it. I cancel, because it's it doesn't cost me anything. So I have a ticket reserved if I actually end up going or not.
Wait, you have the one where you can go like multiple times a month, a week, whatever?
Yeah. I go. Like,
I have the one that I pay $25 a year. Even though I haven't gone to AMC in like 4 years, I still pay $25 a year. So I get the cheap popcorn.
I pay like the $27 a month, and I can go 4 times a week. I mean, a freaking IMAX ticket by itself is $20. So
no, you're right.
No,
it's definitely worth it. I
can go twice, and it's still the 2 tickets would be more than what I pay a month.
Do you go by yourself a lot or no?
Yeah, I'll do like late showings after like I put my daughter to bed. And I'll do like a 9 o'clock movie or something. But I have one friend that I go with a lot, and then occasionally I can get Nicole out of the house to go to a movie. I took her to 3 movies last year. It was like a world record.
Yeah.
So,
but man, so that's the end of the movie. You get this big jump scare. So that's I still know what we did last summer. Because I was going to read this a little bit. We kind of talked about it already. They were going to announce in 2000. They announced the sequel that was going to come out. Then obviously it never did. They rewrote the whole script. I would love to find the original script. Some guy on Reddit was like, "Oh yeah, I finally had the chance to scan it," and then I'm like, "Oh, this would be cool to read later." Clicked on it, not available. So I'll do some more sleuthing. I'll put it on sequelsonly.com if I can find the link, because I do love reading movie scripts, especially ones that like first drafts of ones that go like drastically. Like there's that Batman script from like 78 or 79, or it has like the early Joker. I feel like Mankiewicz writes it. I don't know why that name is popping in my head, but somebody wrote it. And then obviously got changed so much. And then 89, the Tim Burton one came out. But yeah, so let's go with our guest first. So Egan, would you recommend somebody to watch this movie?
So it's kind of tough because, like I said before, I don't hate this movie. I think it's a bad movie, but I'm not like, sometimes I watch a movie and I'm like, this sucks. Like this made me like angry to watch it. And there's things in it that definitely, if you had asked me like 5 years ago and I hadn't seen it in a while, I probably would have been like, oh, it's like a 3-star movie. It's not. It's bad. It's really bad. Yeah. But like there's nostalgia for it. I'd say if you saw the original one and never got around to this one, you could probably check it out and not be like miserable watching it. But I wouldn't like go out of my way to recommend this one, because I feel like especially like kids these days, like I'm not going to recommend this to like an 18-year-old that's never seen them before. Like maybe watch the first one. But
I'm sure it's going to get like some love in the next like before with the new one coming out. Now,
I mean, I logged my viewings on Letterboxd, and I'm seeing people definitely rewatching the first one right now.
Yeah,
like I'm seeing people post that there was, but I'm sure with the new one coming out, people are going to go back and revisit the originals. It'll get a rental boost somewhere.
Yeah, no, totally. Jamie, what do you think?
So before I give you my answer, so I just looked up why was Jack Black not credited. It says his management team wanted to bury the role in his filmography as a paycheck job, while Black himself asked the guild to remove his name due to creative differences.
What did he want to do with the character?
Who knows?
Make it more racist.
So my take on it is, I try to look at it like I don't remember it being this bad when I first saw it, right? So I think that if people have never seen the series or the 2 movies, I would recommend watching them both, right? Just because it's a sequel, you got the same characters. If you like the first movie, you'll like the second one. I think that people that have already seen it, there's no need to go back and watch it because it's not that good. But I think if you've never seen it, I think watch both of them just because it's, especially with the new one coming out, you don't know how it's going to connect to this one. But you may I think if you watch it for the first time, you may enjoy it more than watching it for a second time.
Yeah.
So that's my take.
And you can enjoy it just enjoy it as a dumb slasher. We do that all the time.
Correct.
Yeah.
We're here just picking it apart because we can.
Correct.
Yeah. But yeah, so it was good to have our horror sequel expert back. Egan, thank you for joining us. We'll make sure it's a lot less than 2 years. I can't believe that, dude.
That's crazy.
Time really does fly. It's pretty nuts. Like,
actually, it was funny because we were talking last time I was on. We talked Final Destination 2, and your interview. you guys had mentioned, he had mentioned that he was working on part 6 in some capacity.
Yeah.
And I remember, I don't think he didn't drop the title, I don't think, but
No, he didn't. No.
it was funny because he was like, oh, we're going to try something new. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. Like, you have to at this, 6th movie, you got to do something. And then I guess it was soon after they had dropped the title or whatever, and I guessed what the movie was going to be about. Like, I nailed exactly, not, obviously not the characters and deaths and all that, but the core plot of it, of like the bloodline. Like, I've only seen
the first 2.
I absolutely
called what the movie was going to be about, like, before anything had been talked about, and I nailed it. And actually, I think it's 100%. It's not my favorite in the franchise, but it's definitely one of the best ones.
I plan on watching them all. I think I have to watch them all through.
They're fun. I mean, 4 sucks, but
the
it's
ending
no worse
is awesome.
than.
I think the ending of this
other
movie
things.
is probably one of the coolest endings to the
For Bloodlines.
Because there is
don't
like
go to the.
I'm not going to tell you anything. I'm not going to spoil it. There's like a comedic part that starts the ending, with like almost like a joke that you're sort of laughing, and then obviously, but so that we'll definitely have you back sooner.
It's on my list soon. Yep.
All right. So next up, we're finally going to dip our toes into a world that we kind of like have been avoiding, because like, how are we going to talk about it? So I think we've been doing this long enough. Well, I think we're going to do a great job talking about it. We're going to do our first Muppet sequel, The Muppets Wizard of Oz, starring Ashanti. And for it, again, in the 6+ years now, I've wanted to talk to everyone that's worked on a set. We've talked to bug wranglers, stuntmen, actors, special effects, helicopter stunt pilots, like so many different things. First time costume designer. Took us a long time. I feel like we had so many that we almost got. But next week, I'm going to be chatting with Katie Irish. One of her earliest jobs was on this, and she has some really cool stories about working at like the Muppet headquarters and working on movies like Movie 43. Her big thing was working on the show The Americans as the costume shopper, assistant costume designer. She was neat hearing about her journey. Like, that's what she fell in love with. Just like everybody I talked to, there's always like, oh, I loved attention, so I became an actor. I loved, telling people what to do. I want to be a director, all these different things. But it was the first time hearing like, oh, I want to do this part of it. Like, I'm fascinated by this. So it'll be cool. And Katie was like, kind of like, oh my God, you really want to talk to me? And it's like, it was so cool to hear that side of it. There's so many questions that I felt the first time I talked to a lot of different jobs. Like, it sounds so dumb thinking about like, well, how does this process go? It's like, hey, do I draw something and say, hey, do you like this? Or can I do it and then say, do you like this? Like, where does that work? So we went through all that. So it'll be cool to finally talk our first Muppet sequel. And so don't forget to review, rate, share our podcast. Follow us on all social media at Sequels Only. And don't forget to check out our website, sequelsonly.com. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night, guys.